Moment, please. Okay. All right. I'm still eating my fries. I'm almost done, I swear.
That's what sheer chat means. Yeah, exactly. What the like did you think it meant? Oh, hi, Leah.
So Dem gets everyone's name wrong. I think in this space, I'm one of the people Dem has collabed with and talked with the most. He still fucking calls me Tastelor sometimes. But he just calls me Tay. That's why a lot of people call me Tay, actually. If the bar for my follow was that people pronounce my name correctly, I would have to get rid of half the people I follow. So, it's a bit unfair for me. And also, Suka, I feel like your name is hard to pronounce, but the fact that he called you Shura is hilarious, because you're nothing like him.
Listen,
okay.
Your name start with an S.
Alright, there's my tracking.
Dem gets my name kinda right, but you can't go wrong with Leah.
Yeah, that's why I call her Leah. It's just easier.
I forgot how you pronounce your name. Was it
Lalia.
Lalia? Lalia. There you go. I got the right the first time. There you go. See?
Good job. Do you want a cookie?
That's seven.
You want a cookie? No, that was something else that you wanted there.
I said cookie that time. I don't know. I saw your TikTok about it. I said cookie, but fucking it made me say quickie.
No one made you say that. It came out of your mouth.
It was Discord's fault.
Okay. You know what? Sure, but that's what everybody heard. So that's what happened.
I know I said cookie, but fucking everyone.
Constructive criticism for Dem. Oh.
What? I'll forever hold this over him. Oh.
Good. So, Leah got constructive criticism and aimed it at you, Dem. So now I have to come up with constructive criticism for you. What kind of constructive criticism? Like, I'm not even sure how to aim that, because some of the things that I would say.
One time, when I was taking an engineering course, we went to a construction site. I picked up one of the nail guns and I accidentally fired it.
That sounds like something you'd do. It shouldn't have done that, but anyway.
I didn't know what. I thought it wouldn't fire.
Well, it's not supposed to unless you press it against something. For most nail guns, there could be some that will just fire.
Oh, that explains why.
Gooner mods. What? Oh, any topic. Okay, give me a minute. But yeah, constructive criticism for Dem. I feel like anything I could say, Dem probably is aware of and just ignores. That's.
What?
Well, like some of the games you play, Dem, right? Don't take offense to this, but some of the games you play are not particularly popular. They don't really have a fan base. There's really, honestly, nobody really cares about the game. Hitman being one of the recent ones where, like, yeah, there's a small fan base, but, like, they're not gonna show up to your stream or anything 9 times out of 10. It's not like some communities where, like, they're really big on streamers and stuff. And you put a ton of hours into those. I assume you just have fun with them. But if you were like angling for growth and like to boost your metrics and that sort of thing, you would avoid those because they're not going to see the numbers, right? But I assume that you know this and you just don't care. Which,
thank you for the criticism, Tay. All right, chat. We're gonna switch up. We're gonna play Garden Ban, FNAF, and fucking Roblox now.
oh my god. Okay. I mean, I'm down.
Maybe throw in some Minecraft. We're going to speedrun Minecraft. We're going to beat... Well, who's the popular Minecrafter right now? We're going to beat Techno... Oh, wait, he's dead. We're going to...
He's dead!
Touch his kid. Fucking... I don't know any popular Minecrafters, but we're going to beat them.
We're going to beat them. With what, a brick at this point? The things you're saying... The things you're saying make me think that we have to, like, get violent, not that we need to beat their high score.
But yeah. Oh, I did see. I was on the rabbit hole earlier. Not yesterday, last night. There's fucking the children's side of YouTube is fucking weird. There's a lot of fetish content over there. What the fuck?
Yeah, they guise it as like children's entertainment, and then they do weird stuff. That's been known for like a while now. Damn, is it?
Yeah, I know.
You're just hearing about it?
I know the Spider-Man and the Elsa stuff, but then it's spreading over into like Garden of Ban, fucking that one fucking children's game.
Garden of Bon.
Yeah, and the fucking Incredibox clone. Fuck.
No, we really should speak.
Skunk? Starts with an S. That's another like YouTube children's thing that's happening over there. Elsa gay, exactly, Leah. It's just fucking transitioning? Yeah.
Unironically, Suka, like that is actually how some people look at it. There are some very twisted individuals out there who that is like unironically, like that is their goal with the things they do on the internet. I've been very unfortunate to meet some people like that. I filed reports with the FBI, but you know, they exist.
I was even because I was planning to do Roblox for April Fool's, but I decided not to. Like, holy shit, Roblox is such different from when I last played it.
Yeah, I think I played Roblox once on stream. It was with a couple of friends, and it was very goofy. We were just roasting children in Dress to Impress, and then we played some of the like really popular little games, and that was it. It was a neat little like, oh, you know, like this is what it can be, and like it's not. The mini games and stuff, they seem actually like pretty fun, and you know, it's for $0, so that's like for a kid, that's awesome, right? It's free. You can just play fun games, and they exist. They're not bad. Yeah. It's just the social side of it is fucked up and evil.
Yeah, there's from what I've seen, there's plenty of good games on there. It's just fucking There's a whole like controversies surrounding like the creation of the games on there and the fucking people surrounding them.
Yeah, it's the developers especially. A lot of those games are freaky in bad ways. I've also had the displeasure of knowing of some of them. I never met them, thankfully, but when I was big into Gary's Mod, a lot of people were, would come over from there. Like, that's something they did when they were a bit younger, and then they would tell us the stories. And stuff.
A good example of how you want to have like people developing stuff for like your game, because Roblox is more like a sweatshop. Gary's Mod seems different.
Gary's Mod had no profit incentive. Some people made money off of it, but it was really hard to. Like, you had to somehow convince someone to go to an outside website, and then Leah's name. Leah is my dog's name in the game. I'm petting the dog.
Technically, I can pet Tay right now if I just lift my hand above his Fugi. There you go. Kind of petting him.
There you go. But yeah, so Roblox directly incentivizes developers because they can just sell stuff directly through the game. And this is, in principle, it's not an awful idea for any game to do that. It's just, in a children's game, it's very inappropriate because of the way that it takes... It does that thing that you do to adults, right? Where you take real money, you turn it into an in-game currency, and then you spend it. That's all it's basically a trick, let's say, to get people to spend more.
I heard the ratio is like pennies to a dollar for the developer. Like the Roblox, the company itself has like a big cut of the games.
Yeah, 1 second. I just got a raid. Hi, Loganary. How you doing? Welcome in, Raiders.
Oh, hi, Raiders.
If you need to raid and run, feel free, but welcome in. I'm doing okay. I had almost a week off there, which is kind of nice. I might have to take breaks more often for my mental health. Because I definitely burned out there. But I'm feeling better. Much better, even. We were just talking about Roblox and Gary's Mod, and I was about to bring up Sandbox. Have you heard about that, Dem?
No.
Okay, well, Sandbox is going to be coming out on, I think, the 28th, they said. It is the successor to Gary's Mod. It's not Gary's Mod 2, they were very clear about that. And from everything that I've gathered, it's going to be Roblox for older people. Thank you, Loganary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's basically just a more mature version. And I despise that entire concept because it's...
Take care, Loganary.
It's a frustrating situation, no matter what you're doing, right? Like, if I wanted to make something that existed in Gary's Mod, this was a thought for a while. I actually looked into this when some of the like early alpha testing was out. They were like, oh, developers who, from Gary's Mod, why don't you come over and like check this out? And I was like, okay, I applied. I have some add-ons that did numbers on Workshop, not insane numbers, but numbers, especially for the niche that they're in. A couple thousand people on each one, kind of a deal. And I got in there and I looked around and it was like, oh, this is awful. I hate this. Like, I can see how you could build something really cool in it, but the problem is, at the end of the day, you're going to have to monetize it. And if you don't, you're kind of like, you're majorly missing out and someone's going to steal it. It's the same Roblox problem where you have to be first and you have to be the best. And you have to keep up all the time because otherwise someone else will just yoink it.
Hi, Nomad.
And like that's the kind of interactions that it's going to try and build up, is like these short like mini game type experiences. There might be a few that'll be like longer term, but those will be gacha-esque. And none of it will be anything like what Gary's Mod was able to deliver that was engaging, fun, long-term community building. I don't see it happening with the current way it's set up, because there are no private servers as far as I understand. They might make the option for it, but I haven't heard anything about that. Could be wrong. They are very bad at communicating. Facepunch is one of the worst game developers to mod under, because they just don't say shit until it's out half the time. Very annoying. They break stuff all the time too. Gary's mod has had that a lot, where they'll like push a feature out, it'll be out for like a year in a beta branch, and then you'll go test it, and it's just fucked. It's like, dude, it's been over a year, man. Guys, you make a little ticket for them on GitHub, and then it gets fixed in like a week. But it's like, how are you? Do you not test this? Okay, whatever. It's going to rely too heavy on nostalgia. No, I think it's going to rely too heavy on the kind of stuff that would only attract children. But it's a $20 game. It's not for free. It is not $0. And developers are just... when you're at that level, right? Because what you're going to have to make... For one, it's in a proper 3D engine. You're going to be coding in, I think it's C#. And you're basically building out an entire video game with a baseline layer, to build on top of. You have a foundation. But then you have to build the rest of the house on top of it. That's awful. I don't want to do that. If I'm going to do that, I'm just going to make my own video game. At that stage, right? If I want to make something that's going to make people want to spend money on it, especially on cosmetics and other stuff, let's just make a game. The profit incentive is significantly better on a game that I make myself at that point, because it's so much work. As far as I understand, and I'm assuming a lot here, since you would try to monetize certain things, you also can't use copyrighted content like you could in Gary's mod, because again, no profit incentive. If you're not making money off of it, even if you do if you are technically quote unquote stealing stuff, copyright holders don't care, because you're making $0 on it. They just ignore it. They don't care. It's not relevant, and if anything, it is a little bit of free advertising for them. If someone's like, oh my god, this weapon model is really, really cool, where'd it come from? They would like to know that. Hi, Dan. Did you mute yourself or something?
No. Why?
Oh. I just saw you type hello in game.
Oh, where are you?
I'm waiting for you.
I can't.
You gotta start?
You.
But yeah, no, we're not in the same place right now, I don't think. We're in the same place, but a different instance. Yeah, I don't see it going well though with Sandbox. I don't think it'll be a hit like they're hoping for. I mean, maybe it will be, but the amount of work it'll take to make anything truly remarkable is a lot. So I'm not. I was considering trying to make what would you call it? A medium roleplay type of deal for Stalker in Sandbox whenever it did come out. But after, goofing around with it a little, it just seems like a ridiculous amount of work to get $0.
Some kind of cult at work on its own.
Do I look like one to gossip? Or someone you should address?
And with Stalker 2 being a shit show, I think a lot of interest has died on it. And not that it's dead, but am I gonna get out of it what I need to get out of it to justify the time? No, probably not. Wumbo Johnson.
Wumbo Wing. It's this. What did he say? I forgot the quote. It's the study of wumbology. It's first grade, SpongeBob.
He looks like a Wumbo.
Looks like a Wumbo.
You're a veteran. Okay. So that means you're a guardsman, essentially. You were a Imperial guardsman.
Oh, okay.
Rank and file soldier.
So I was like, oh, that's the yellow class.
I think a lot of them can be yellow if you want. But that's okay. But yeah, I mean, if I'm wrong about Sandbox, that'd be awesome. But I also know the stalker community is a bunch of brokies in the nicest phrasing that I can put that in. Like, it is not a wealthy niche, let's say. So, like, where would the money come from to make it worth it? You know, to make the work worth it.
In the fish.
They do. No, they have the original trilogy is awesome.
I gotta remember how I played this game before.
It's Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to remember the controls.
Gotcha. Right click to block,
I did a tutorial like almost a month
block,
ago.
and then attack to push. And you should have a ranged weapon of some kind that you can swap to.
Kill 1,000 random heretics. Raises his
Don't
smile,
worry, I got you covered.
But kill the right one. It brings their operations to a screaming halt for a bit. We can use that. First up, head for the marketplace.
I'm gonna test my audio.
The train schedule from there.
Anyone interested in a talk?
Okay, it doesn't seem too loud. I'm gonna bump it down just a little bit. You know, if it wouldn't be so much work to make it happen, I would be a lot more willing to do it, but I know that I'd have to build everything virtually from scratch for the systems. And that's a lot.
Speaking of game design, I was watching a video earlier about
This
the
warband
original
conceals
Deus
many
Ex.
secrets.
Apparently it's
It
good.
is not encouraged.
Oh yeah. I mean, all the Deus Ex games, from what I've heard, are varying degrees of good. Some are
But in
mid,
whose
but
service?
mid I think is still pretty good.
I heard the second game, Deus Ex, I think it's
Mankind Divided.
Human Revolution, I think? That's the second game? I heard that one was, like, not good. According to the
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
In a prayer of thanksgiving.
I'd have to look. They've made a lot of them.
first game.
We need to stay
Compared to
sharp.
the first game, like the original Deus Ex,
We
it
will have
wasn't
no retreat
as
after
good.
this.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's. I think it is. Pretty sure that's the second one.
I know there's 3 Deus Ex games. I just don't know if it was Revolution or Mankind Divided. I'm thinking of.
Pretty sure it's Mankind Divided because that's where a lot of stuff happens. Let's say.
Now we're in a fight.
See that green thing I shot?
Yeah, what?
Well, Mankind Divided I think is the second one, right?
I thought Mankind Divided was the third one.
Not sure. I'd have to look.
I know. I'm talking about the 2016 one. If anyone knows that one. The 2016 Deus Ex game wasn't good, from what I saw. 2016 is Mankind Divided. Okay, so I was wrong. Okay.
Damn.
I didn't know that guy exploded.
The one that's beeping and running straight at you, jumps on the ground, and flops like a fish. That one. Oh.
Oh, Human Revolution 2011? Oh. Nice.
Here, heal up. Yeah, it's 4 charges though, so you're good.
If that's the maintenance bay, you're on the right track.
Yeah, I know about the OG. OG came out in like
Focus your team and
2000.
you'll pull through.
That's the one I heard very much a lot of praise. Like a lot of people were like comparing it to the original, not original, but Fallout New Vegas.
I feel like I'd need to try it to actually say if I agree with that. Because a lot of games
At
from,
least that's an
you know,
option.
the past, people say we're like, oh, it was amazing, and then you play it, it's like, Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's fine, but
I can attest to some of those
Stand away from
things
me.
because
You stuck
when
away
I
all
marathon
of the
through
air.
Hitman,
Perhaps you find
the old one, the
proximity
2006
of the
Blood Money,
virtues
that was really
unsettling.
good,
I
despite it being
find
old.
pomposity unsettling.
Older games from like 2000 and 2001 and 2002, those Hitman games, oh, rough.
Death to the bomber!
I've been fixing pipes, and I don't know why, but I keep seeing pipes that are like leaking, and I keep fixing them. I wonder if it does anything.
Stairs over there!
See another one.
I mean, even older,
What happened to the others?
even games like a Fallout New Vegas, they
Brilliant.
feel old and dated.
Yeah, they start to feel dated now, and it's like... I'm trying to remember. There was an old game I played recently, and it was rough.
Yeah, and I think New Vegas came out in like 2010, 2009, around that time, and that's
The
so
cycle
that's
of death
considered
and
old now.
judgment is never ending.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
disorient
time marches on.
the unprepared. Was that a yes or a no? It was yes
Oh.
and no.
Pressure
I fell down.
The hive maintain integrity in the event
Poor
of a
Leah.
disaster. I can't clear you to proceed unless you're all in position.
I fell down that hole right there, Deb.
Got a prisoner!
Target
supposed
that
to go down
gunner
there?
now!
No. I just fell. That's why I'm taking 5 years to get here.
Skull.
Beneficent Emperor!
Shoot it.
This slaughter is my offering!
I picked it up.
Oh, the hell?
Oh, well, I just picked up a skull and it gave me stuff.
A skull?
I already feel as old as is.
It's okay, Leah. Same.
I was talking to Risky about Mario Kart, and we were trying to figure out if Mario Kart was post or pre 9/11.
Unreliable and prone to needing restarts. If that
I think it was
one of
pre
you
9.
work on
Why-
the
why
fix,
was
the
that-
rest watch their back. Got it?
What's that? Alright, why you focused on that?
Because I was trying to figure out how old Mario Kart was.
I feel like pre and post 9/11 is a strange metric for that. I'm just saying. Come down,
I forgot
Deb.
how you melee. Was it you?
You swapped your melee weapon and beat the crap out of me.
Let's
Yeah.
fucking see!
Data interrogation proceeding.
Just remember you can dodge as well with spacebar.
Yeah, that's why I was saying Mario Kart came out in like the 90s. That's why I was like, it's pre 9/11.
Deb has a very strange fixation with that event.
I'm American. Oh, wait, you're American too.
I am, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. I almost never think about it. You think about it a
Got
lot.
it. System screen.
Never forget.
I think it's good to forget. Personally. You know, to let things go. I feel like that's good. You're born after 9... No, I was born before.
Give it a
I
good Sam! They'll fix it!
don't know how young you think I am.
So there's a chance Taylor's the master. What the fuck? They have nets?
Yeah, you got a trapper got you.
You fixed it.
I didn't know they had nets.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I can get you out of it really fast though. So as long as you have teammates near you, they're not very threatening. Yet another reason not to stray from the parent.
They're circling around.
I mean, from us, like from your team.
Hold your position.
Here, come do this.
Interrogators failed. Restart it.
Reboot?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no, this is back.
Yep. There's a pattern matching game later.
Oh, boy.
At 9/11/25. What?
He's gonna put that... yeah, like a peacock of dead. Okay.
Get the revised schedule uploaded
I
so
see
we
how
can
it
make
is.
up for lost time.
What? What do you... What? Huh? I'm confused. What does that have to do with anything?
Right, let's
Honestly, I don't think
Gentlemen,
Peacock
this
is a good
our
streaming
lucky
site.
heretic.
I've literally never opened that website.
Yeah, I saw the list of
In
shows.
case
It
you
was
were
okay.
wondering, so far I'm not impressed. Not one of you know Opus
You're
regards
too
the
young.
day
I'm not
of
a
killer.
fetus,
Lucky
okay?
for you, at home is a much softer billing. With a bit of luck, you might last long enough to be useful.
Time for a proper fight.
Concerned. I'm confused.
Oh fuck!
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. I know I got accused of being a child mode, basically, so... That much I know isn't true.
Far be it from me to
If you see a
complain.
glowing green,
But this
like,
could be going
skull
better.
altar looking thing,
Shall
Dem,
be as the beneficent emperor.
do everyone the favor of shooting it.
Okay.
Can't you go any faster? We're gonna have to toughen you up.
Benefits the whole team when you do.
Okay.
Reload and prioritize the target.
I could be your great granddaddy? I don't think so. Considering the age of my parents, I think that's possible. Like, physically. Actually, I think my parents might be older than you, Ben.
Put it to use, but watch out.
No, actually, no, they are older than you. That's just true. Majestic Dems display has been interrupted by his natural predator, the dominant ogling daddy. Soon his magnificent plumage will be roughly spread for a deep plunder. Okay. That's a sentence and a half. I gotta play this game like I do Deep Rock and then die.
Rocket!
On higher difficulty, yeah. I feel like it's easier to play with the team and like be a really tight-knit unit when the pressure's on the whole time. Come over this way, Dem.
Stone.
Rock and stone.
Yeah. I needed that.
Goes to station.
You're welcome.
They've done their job,
So
right?
in
They
here,
always
there's
tell
often
heretics
collectibles and
before
other
it's way.
things.
It always falls to the soldiers to clean up other folks' mess.
Since we're on the lowest difficulty, it's really not like a big deal. Yeah, like that. That's a healing item, I think.
Almost shot your dog. Oops.
You won't do damage. It can't die.
Let's get some
Leah
station.
is invincible
Get yourselves inside.
and immortal.
Insert invincible noise. I was watching not the newest season of Invincible, but the second season.
Medicate
Holy shit!
station!
I realized
Medicate
compared
station!
watching to like anime how bad the animation in Invincible is.
Oh, yeah, no, season 3 that's coming out now is... there are some parts where, like, it's really good, and there are other parts where it's like, wow, you guys... This really is just a static drawing, and you're moving the mouth. Like, you're not even... Not even moving anything else a little bit.
I haven't seen season 3, so I don't know anything, but I know season 2, and whoa.
Yeah, there's parts in... I think season 1 was the only one that really got, like, the full workup.
Yeah.
And even that wasn't to the standard of some anime.
Yeah, because I've watched like clips of like JJK or like Your Name. It's like, holy fuck, this is so much better than what I just watched like with Invincible.
Yeah. The standards are very different.
What became
Yeah,
of
watching anime and I'm watching like a Western show like Invincible is whiplash.
consistency is a virtue.
Animation is dead, sadly.
No, I think it can totally be done. It's just if anyone cares. Oh, team's getting messed up. I feel like there's a thing in there and I just can't see it and it's bothering me. Because it's glowing green, but I'm probably just getting faked out.
I hadn't noticed.
Bro left because he got downed. Yeah. After they lost Flash and whatever came after Flash, they're basically forced to go back to hand-drawn and no one can draw. That's why AI is going to eat animators' lunch. But the thing is, the Japanese animators clearly have the talent.
You know, one thing I've noticed with like now that there's like AI generation with like Sora, well, Sora's gone now, but like video generation, and then we got ChatGPT. I noticed there's a lot more plagiarism on YouTube now.
Yeah. Well, I see that on TikTok too. You can tell when someone's reading a fucking AI script, and like they don't tell you. They have no duty to disclose it, which I think they should. And I don't think you should be allowed to monetize that actually. If you want to use it, like I don't know that it would be right to say you can't, but I feel like you should get $0 for it. And TikTok also shouldn't be allowed to run any ads on it. It should be purely like almost like educational content is, where like you can break a bunch of copyright stuff, but like you're really limited on how you can monetize it, if at all.
With AI like slop, it makes, or like anything with the AI generation, it makes it so easy just to replace or steal someone's idea and just like rewrite it, but just have like ChatGPT rewrite the script.
Yeah, and then the script is full of, it's not X, it's Y.
Yeah, it's just,
it's not bad thing, it's good thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
And like, I know at one point, like that was a legitimately good like writing technique that some people, rarely, would use. And it's good, it's not a bad way to explain something. The trouble is now that when everyone's doing it, I just assume that if you put that in anymore, like, I'm sorry, it's probably AI slop. It's ruined it.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ruined it.
I need to get back to the squad.
Which is why I think you just, like... I really just think it shouldn't be allowed at all. Just because it's...
The problem with that, Ben, is that it'll just start hallucinating and making up stuff that is not true.
No. Shakespearean English as in the way of writing that Shakespeare used.
Oh, I thought you meant like copy just Shakespeare.
No. Well, of course, it could probably quote you Shakespeare if you wanted it to. But I don't think that's the idea there.
Remember before like generated AI got popular? There was like on YouTube, you would see people basically just stealing movies and having like a robot voice describe the synopsis of a movie while it plays the movie. But now there's like so much generative AI, it's generating like made up scenes. Like,
oh yeah, no, there's entire TikTok accounts that exist specifically to make up movies that don't exist and just create like a scene, like a really riveting scene from the movie, and just explain that to you with the voiceover to get you invested. And then there's other ones that are even crazier, where they actually generate like a short film, like a 20-minute film, right? And it's all just kind of spliced together.
Oh, yeah.
And they crop it into pieces individually, and they post them one at a time to get people invested in this slop trash story. But the thing is, by the time they post the next one, you see it the next day, because you followed, one piece of it was really catching, right? They had a good hook or something. You follow, then you see it the next day or a few days later. You don't remember what happened. So you just start filling in the blanks with your brain. Because humans are so amazing and awesome that we can just do that. And they're basically hacking that fact to get you to watch their slop. And it's shit. It's awful. If you actually watch them all in a row, you'd be like, wow, this sucked. But because they stretch it out and leave a bunch of holes, you actually don't notice. It's fucked up.
Ammo, a soldier's best friend.
Oh, sorry, that pissed me off. That topic gets me going.
No, I feel it, because that whole rant you're on, and there was the whole Fruit Island one.
Oh, fuck that's some of the most egregious stuff, dude.
It's so funny too, because after that account got banned, the fucking original creator revealed his face and actually got angry about his content being taken down due to copyright.
Well, due to a lack of copyright.
Oh yeah, I forgot the exact reason, but I just know his account got banned because of mass recording. It's just funny to see someone that's using a tool that steals content getting angry that their content is being taken down.
Yeah, he deserves everything.
Yeah.
Like, you deserve to get nothing for that. It's just not. Like, I think that where AI is now is where it should have been, while still like mainly a university tool. You know, where big expensive universities can afford it, and they have like a local version of it, and they're just testing with it because it's not good enough yet. It's just not. Well, I think what's actually going to happen with art, right, is a lot of people are eventually going to...
Sounds overpowered, Dem. Uh-oh.
Your game sound? Oh, okay. That should fix it. I had Discord turned down by like 2 decibels, so that should boost them up a little bit. I think what a lot of artists are going to end up doing, and there's going to be models built for this.
Superpower. Thank you, Ben.
Where you give it parameters like pose and basic stuff, and it'll come back to you with something more specific like line work. And maybe a layer that is like the rough colors, or even layer it all out, right? The details aren't super important. It probably already exists, actually. But that's the idea. And then they unbreak whatever it broke when it just generated something. But that still gives you like 80% of the work done for the hardest part. That is something that a machine can do pretty reliably. And then you just kind of fill in from there. You could have another model that goes through and does basic colors, does basic shading, and all these things layered out, and like build all of it out like that, and then fix it. I think that's something that needs to be done in an ethical way. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but that's something that should be done in an ethical way, so that the artists whose work goes into it don't ever have to pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, it should be preferably open source and opt-in. Someone build out a model that does that sort of thing from the ground up. Yeah, I'm sure people do it to some extent, right? But it's not on that same level where like someone who's brand new to art can just step in and have a ethical, morally acceptable model to work off of, that doesn't drink the oceans dry trying to generate something because they have to hit generate 50 times to get something even vaguely close to what they need. Like, that's one of the biggest issues, right? It's wildly inefficient and poor at its job. So like you're losing so much on just junk data. So it's like there's so many issues. Hey Tailgater, how's it going? We're doing okay. I'm here with Dem.
Oh, since Tailgate is here, they told me that they love you. I forgot to pass that message on.
It's okay. I'll quote how to ethically steal art, stop complaining, and start making things. Yeah. Well, but the thing is, right? Like, there definitely is an ethical way to generate, partially done things that you can work from, base off of. And it is all with consent. Like, that's it. You just need consent. Oh, and yeah. I'm sure people will work on that. I'm sure people are working on it right now. It's not going to be ready for a while, because to get enough people to consent to that sort of thing, or to have stuff that is completely, genuinely, free to use, that's a lot of work. So it'll take time. Caught a cold. Sorry to hear that, Tailgater. How's it going, Dreamer? How you been? Yeah, no, it will happen eventually that people will just start using it as something. I don't know when that'll be, though. I know a lot of people hype it up to be like, oh, it'll be like tomorrow, basically, or like within a year. It's not going to be in a year. Because for the people who are that good, unless they can get it for free, it's not worth the money. Like, that's the biggest thing, right? It's not worth the price tag to generate, a piece of art that you can then fix, unless you are someone who charges wildly, like out the wazoo, for the art that you make. If you're one of those particular, well, like Ben mentioned, a furry artist, yeah, maybe you can afford that, but most artists can't. Most artists charge like $100 or something, right? Maybe 200, 500 if they're like pretty well known, very high quality. Like that's you're kind of pushing it at that point, honestly. But you know, you can. But even then, if you're actually going to pay for the tokens to get something that is not just usable but meets those quality standards that you have, and then you have to put in the work as well to, you know, fix it and get everything working, and to meet the whatever request you got, right? Assuming you're doing commissions, because otherwise, how are you paying for this? If you're doing all of that, you're kind of at a point where you might be better off with your money, right? Assuming you're paying for it. If you get it for free or highly subsidized by someone else, that's not really a fair judge of the market, right? If you're paying for all of it, and you're generating the 10, 20, 30, 50 images you need to get something good enough to work with, by then you've already spent a good chunk of what your commission value is. So it doesn't pan out. The economics don't make sense, at least currently. Again, unless you're charging quite a bit or you have some other circumstance going on. I know I mentioned this earlier. Well, I think it was just Dem streaming. It was just you, right, in that channel?
Yeah, this is me streaming.
Okay, so you wouldn't have heard it anywhere else. This is why you should also watch a Dem.
Hello.
Because you'll hear all sorts of things that you wouldn't hear elsewhere. The average free art price is $100 an image. Yeah, that's on the low end. Thank you, Frisky. So one of the things I noticed over the last week, I kind of took a break from like everything. I hardly worked. I was burnt out. I was done, and I needed to just do something to get my mind off everything. I ventured off into for a good chunk of it, although not all of it. That would be wildly excessive. But for a good chunk of it, I was like, you know, I haven't looked into like the adult video game space in like a long time. I wonder what's happening there. And so I dove head first in. It was like one of my things for the week.
Hi, Neuro.
The other thing was microphones and stuff. I can talk about that later. But one thing I noticed is that over the past, like, I don't know, it's been like a year or two since I went into it at that level. And I was like, there's a lot of AI. And it just sucks.
Oh yeah, I can say for the adult gaming space, like anything like sexual is like full of AI generated crap.
Oh, it's slop too. Like it's not even that good.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, and I was like, oh.
You can especially see it creeping onto platforms like TikTok and YouTube Shorts, where there's AI like women trying to sell like this platform where you can be their sex companion, or trying to like sell, oh, this is like my platform where you can generate your own AI images of me. It's like, oh.
It was bad before AI. No. It was.
Usually when it comes to like the adult space, it's usually the training ground for most of like bad practices. So all the plagiarism with AI generation is happening first on like adult platforms.
Because they're the most willing to like let it go.
Yeah, and there's not that much regulation or oversight, so they can easily get away with it.
Yeah, it was something I was thinking about though. Like on that, for one, there are more like professional, let's say, developers getting into it. You can see it on Steam because now like you can do it on Steam. You can release games as long as all the characters are like super 100% definitely 18 plus. Like that's Steam's one thing, which fair. I'm not complaining. Like that's the only stipulation. I do think they're a little like extra strict on it sometimes, because there are games that I know are like, it's not like that, but just because of the way the characters are drawn, which like it's fiction, so a little bit of flexibility, and they're like, no.
Hey, did you hear about the lawsuit that's moving forward with Steam and fucking I forgot what was the group. Shout Out, I think that's the group's name.
On the other hand,
it was like some moms group, Collective Shout or whatever. What did they want?
Yeah, there you go, Collective Shout. That's the group. at it.
Yeah, what do they want now? What they've done so many. I don't know which one you're referring to now.
They're moving forward with the lawsuit with Steam of getting all adult content moved off the platform. And
Good luck with that.
Over there!
to get moved off, and for payment processors like Visa and MasterCard to disallow this and disallow pay purchases on Steam until Steam removes all the adult content.
They actually, there was a letter recently sent out to all payment processors that if they do that, they will receive lawsuits from the government. Like, it is illegal.
That.
It is flat out now illegal. There was an executive order a while ago. But they just sent out a letter being like, hey, remember that? We will enforce it. Saying you cannot debank people for constitutionally protected activities of any kind. Like, as long as they're not breaking the law, basically, is what that means. You cannot stop them from releasing something. So any kind of lawsuit would be very difficult to win now, because that's
It's just
law.
scary to see it happen to games, because the same thing happened to adult platforms like Pornhub.
Well, in some states, yeah.
Well, it made sense for like websites like the Hub, because there was actually like explicit bad content that was illegal on there.
Yeah, and they weren't doing enough to stop it. A lot of the stuff that happened there from processors was to verify the actors'
Yeah.
identities, which made perfect sense, because if you're going to want to do that, you have to, at some point, verify that people are of age. I think that's perfectly reasonable. But to consume the content is like, that's a very different thing. Because now you're asking basically everyone to self-report what they watch, which is... I don't think society's ready for that. Nope. We're not at that stage. I don't think that's going to work.
Exciting! The conscript needs an intercession again.
It's funny. Yeah, it kind of catches me off guard sometimes too, Leah. Like when I first put up the game and I see it, I'm like, oh yeah. And I eventually get all my degenerates together and make Super Catboy Breeding Center 2009. Yeah, 2090 something. Am I allowed to put you in it? As long as it's not AI, yes.
Stable barrel.
You can make me the main character. I don't care. I'll voice act. That would be hilarious. So long as it's like, again, as long as you're not like breaking any laws or making it like morally questionable in a let's say safety kind of way.
I missed it.
I wouldn't mind. That sounds funny. Damn, we're over here if you need it.
No path back off.
But yeah, no, I did realize though. Oh, come here when you get a second there, Dem. Once you're done over there.
What's up?
I got something to show you. You see that? Right up there? That green thing?
Yeah.
Shoot it. Good
I
shit.
trusted
Oh.
others.
Yeah. Thank you, Tailgater. Hope you have a wonderful day.
Don't trust anyone.
Wise.
As listen, I just said that I don't care. If I'll get paid for the voice acting, like if you guys are selling it, I want to get paid. Percentage of the revenue, please, and thank you. If it's not paid and there's no money, then that's fine.
How's you?
I can do that too.
How about yourself? I am getting hungry.
You had such an opportunity to eat earlier, Dem. I'm surprised you didn't take it.
Kill that mutie.
I did, but I was like so locked in with editing. I just wanted to get as much as done because I'm so far. I fallen back on my workload in terms of editing.
It'll just be on your resume. Voiced a furry porn game. Yeah, sure.
The water's beneath the bridge is thick with bodies.
Submit that to the next government job I go for.
Then we'll be a rival catboy breeder from the Feline Femboys Ranch. Thank you, Ben.
Tailgater says goodbye. Dem, he's heading out.
Bye, Tailgater. Hope you get better soon. Oh, I think Tailgater wanted me to say this, but
I have good
they
feeling about
really
this mission.
they said to me too that they really appreciate your company. Okay?
Yeah. Tailgater says stuff like that quite often.
It makes sense because Tailgater was telling me on stream that they visited a new streamer and they got called out for having diabetes, which is fucked up.
That is fucked up. What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand if someone like doesn't like someone for any reason. Any like
They're making
personal
fun of
reason.
Tailgater's medical condition.
But yeah, medical is fucked up.
What the fuck? That's fucked up. Because they said to Tailgater, oh, you have diabetes, skill issue. It's like, what the fuck?
I don't think that's one of the things you say skill issue about.
No, you can't really do anything about it. It's a medical condition.
Yeah. I have to be really drunk to tell Tay how much I love him. You do. You did say that once, though. It's pretty funny. Funny in a cute kind of way. Don't worry. I don't judge.
Since you brought that up, then Frisky says we should do a drunk stream one tag.
Okay.
I don't know when, but he just brought the idea up to me.
I'd be happy to.
I will say I do not like the taste of alcohol, so it would be hard for me to drink anything.
You just have to get like a mixed drinks, dude. It's that easy.
Oh, probably, yeah.
I like how I don't need to actually keep an eye on Dem. I just need to listen for Dem.
Wait, what?
You make sound effects whenever you get in a pickle.
Yeah, I do. Is there friendly fire?
Not in this mode, I don't think. You can go ahead and test it on me if you want. Yeah, I got nothing.
Thing? Okay.
I think in higher difficulties there definitely is, though.
That makes sounds when I'm in the pickle. See, I knew this is why I like Julia.
I'm gonna withhold commenting.
What?
On Leah, what Leah said, not on you. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just mildly inappropriate.
Stop withholding on me. Listen, Leia, I wouldn't treat you any different.
I mean, do you want me to say it, Leah? I can. I just being polite.
You know, Taya is actually more reserved because he reserves everything that's like a little overboard for everyone. So it's not just you, Leia.
Yeah, I try not to go too far. He also knows I'm insanely nosy. Well, yeah, it's just stream of consciousness at this point, so. Mr. Rumbo. Anyway, I was going to say, I guess this can apply to both of you. Are you sure that's not when a pickle's in you? Not in a pickle? But the pickle's in you?
Sounds like how you get an infection.
I don't think that would give you an infection. It just sounds like it would hurt. That pickle juice? Ugh.
Yeah, because isn't pickle juice unsanitary?
I mean, it's basically just
It's water.
well, it's brine. There's so much salt in it.
Oh no, yeah, it's brine, so it's salty.
Yeah, it'd be very salty. It would hurt. Probably be like an abrasive. You know?
Oh, so it's like, oh!
Yeah, it'd be like having sandpaper. And yeah, that'd be ugh. I mean, not as bad as sandpaper, but like, yeah.
It's vinegar that's gonna hurt.
Yeah. The whole mixture is just gonna be brutal.
Have you tried drinking pickle juice?
The cycle of death
A
and
little
judgment
bit, yeah.
is never ending.
I really liked pickles when I was younger, so
Was that a yes?
Ah,
I definitely drank pickle juice. Not a lot of it, but I would like put a little bit in a tiny little cup, and I'd sip it a little bit here and there. It was good.
when I worked at Sonic, we would have a promotion for a pickle drink. It's literally just pickle juice.
Oh my goodness.
Like a cup. And you could have like little boba balls with pickles, like pickle juice in it too if you wanted.
Oh, you're welcome, Tailgater. You can apply vinegar to cats, but you have to keep the concentration below 2%. Oh, okay. Tell them to stop. I'm gagging.
Listen, it was just a promotion at Sonic.
You know how to
I see why it was a limited item
Might be
now.
that you can teach.
Bro took the April Fool's listing a little too
I
seriously.
want to know what.
I don't want to drink your green salty balls! I don't want them. That guy flew. I miss when orcs had them. That's concerning. I don't think I would miss that if I was you. Oh, that reminds me. What I was gonna say. The other thing about the more adult-oriented games is often a lot of the best stuff is for like turbo, like way out there fetishes. Like there'll be like an amazing artist who makes really good stuff, and like some of their early works that are like the most impressive stuff, the stuff that gets you in the door, right, will be way more tame, you know, a little less out there. And then like, let's say they finish the game they're working on, right, and by the time they're done, it has transformed from, you know, like pushing a boundary here and there to like going way out there. Way out there. And it's like, what is this what it takes to be like motivated enough to make one of these games? Like, I don't understand. Like,
Oh, hi, Riel.
like you'd get so many more sales if you just kept it a little more tame. Not like super vanilla, but just a little bit more. It's the creep, I know. It creeps, you know? The people who really throw a lot of money at stuff are like really out there. So as people are like, oh, you should add this, and they're like the ones throwing money at the developer, they'll be like, oh, yeah, sure. You know?
How you doing, Riel? Oh, thank you for the head pats. I keep on pressing F to pick up items, but I can't keep on activating the thing.
You add yourself into a market.
The Hydra.
That's the thing, though. Like this, what I'm thinking of, is a game like it doesn't go so far out there that it's like insane. It's just well past what I'm into. But it's still like not that far out. It's just like they started at like a 4 or a 5, right? And then they got to like a 7 by the time they were done. And the steps between that is like crosses the line, several lines, for I think a lot of people actually. But it's just like that's just what they're into clearly. But it's just weird that they started out with much more tame stuff. Team 12s. Yeah, you know, I played MGQ. I know, but MGQ was not for me anyway. I think I had a different experience than a lot of people who played it. But MGQ for me was a story that happens to be an adult story. I focused a lot more on the storytelling, though, I think, than a lot of people who play it. Yeah, I was thinking, like, if I ever, like, I don't know, lost my job and had money for a few months, I'd probably just try to start off, like a project like that and just like keep it a little bit more tame to appeal to a specific market that I'm aware exists and is wildly underserved, and just go from there. I think that would be a move. I've seen stuff that, I'm gonna be so real, it's kind of trash, but it goes for like, I don't know, they get like $7 grand a month off Patreon, and they update every now and again. Like it's not, in no way are they impressing anyone, but they just get away with it basically. God damn. What do you think, Dem? Would you work on a project like that?
I thought about doing. You're talking about like adult content, right?
An adult video game, yeah.
In terms of adult content, I don't think I would go for a video game. I think I'd go for like a graphic novel or like a comic, like a short story,
Like a visual novel.
like a visual novel.
Yeah, that's what the games usually are. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Something along those lines.
I'm not sure about visual novel as like a game. I'm thinking more like a medium as like a physical graphic novel or like a comic.
Dem. Who the fuck? Who the fuck is gonna buy that?
No, you're talking about like a project I would want to work on.
Yeah, I'm asking if you would work on.
A bit. Okay,
Cool.
if I'm gonna make. Okay, if I'm.
Yeah, if you're gonna work on a project, you want to make money.
Okay, if it's a project that I might make money, it's just gonna be like Fortnite porn. There you go, or Overwatch porn, since that's the most generated content.
See, that is oversaturated.
Exactly. You're talking about like go for the content that everyone wants.
Danger is gone.
That's. It depends on what's already in the market. Who's your competition? That's the tough part. Did you die?
Yeah, cause I was fucking thinking.
Oh, God forbid. Yeah, the very best artists make vanilla-esque content, so you're competing with them now.
Yeah, but if it's something I just want to work on, it'd probably be like.
I mean, you can release such a thing digitally, but I probably wouldn't try to do a physical media unless you're doing really well, because it's just so expensive.
Then probably stick. If it's just
Yeah.
something I just want to work on for fun, I'm not. Because you phrase the question like, "Oh, I need to make money off of this."
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, if I lost my job and had to find like a project that I wouldn't mind working on and would make money.
Actually, that's actually a weird, a good. What's the word I want to say? We have two different thought processes. Mine was first like, I want to do something passionate, and then yours was, I need money.
Well, yeah, Dan, you don't live that life.
Work on like a. Can't you just like work on a passion project?
You can, but most of us also need to eat.
Yeah.
You don't have that problem.
I'm thinking like this is like a side thing, not like an actual main thing.
I literally phrased it as replacing my job.
Okay, then why would you go into adult content first anyway? That's not like where the money is.
Well, where is the money?
Fucking, I don't know, go Wall Street or something.
I literally just explained to you that people are getting $7 grand a month off of Patreon for making subpar content.
Then fucking you do that then.
That's what I was saying! I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it!
Listen, the only two different things is, the first thing I just assumed this was going to be a passion project, but you assumed it was just going to be a job thing.
No, Dan. You say assume. I literally phrased it as, I lost my job. I need to make money, so I'm gonna do this. I asked, Dem, would you do that? And you're like, well, I just want to be passionate. It's like talking to a woman who's never worked. You know, gets taken care of by her husband who makes fucking 7 figures or something. Are you good?
If it's just for money, then fucking I'd do fucking anything else.
Anything else? What else is gonna make you 8 grand every month?
I don't know. Fucking.
I think he's having a strong.
It's starting to look
Yeah.
like there's more.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Invest in timber.
Invest in timber? In lumber? Like,
Same thing.
okay. I wanted to be clear that we were on the same topic. With what money? First question.
From your, what the fuck did you say? Your visual novel.
If I have the money, then I don't need to invest in timber. Oh my god. It actually is like talking to someone who doesn't work. It's crazy. Dem, do you? Yeah, right now you don't. I was gonna say, wait, Dem doesn't have to work for a living.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Thank you, Ben. I think.
I think that was a backhanded compliment.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about this? What about this, Tay? What would
Okay.
your passion project be then?
Passion project?
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about money.
Okay, so we're assuming that I have a comfortable life.
Yeah.
I have money.
Yeah.
Like I have disposable income. There's a lot of things I could follow up on. Obviously one of them would be expanding on like my VTuber, the lore. I've had ideas for like games that I could make if I had, you know, infinite money or whatever, or enough money anyway to like spend my time on it and not be feeling like I'm wasting my money and time. If I didn't have to worry about that, then yeah, there's games, a couple of game ideas I've had that would be really cool. I just can't follow up on.
There you go. We're on the same page.
There are adult projects I would consider as well, because they would just be fun to work on. Because like I said, like I have interests. I'm not going to go into them, but I have interests, and I just the stuff out there for them is like really sparse. Even though it's like it's nothing crazy. It's just everywhere that you go that has it also goes like, because that's maybe like a 4, right? A 4 or a 5 on the scale.
Oh wait, I changed my answer from when you were asking what would I do if I needed money.
Mm-hmm.
Or what was your exact question?
I asked if you would do that if you thought you like if you believed you could to make money. Like, is that something you'd be like willing to work on? Like, would you enjoy it?
What? Oh, well now you're confusing me. I have to enjoy it while also making money?
Well, the idea of me saying like I would do that if I lost my job is I'd rather do that than go find another job. Like that's my thinking, right? Is
right.
either I could suffer the job market or I could make something that I might actually kind of have fun with. You know, I might enjoy it a little bit.
Because when you asked that question, I was thinking in my head, what's the least amount of work for the most amount of money I could do?
Okay. So what is that for you, Ben?
That'd probably be a content farm.
A content farm. Okay.
You're basically stealing other people's ideas, repurposing it, and just putting out slop. It's quantity over quantity. Quantity over quality.
So, Dem, when are you going to start doing that so that you can get more views and followers?
Huh?
When are you going to start doing that as a VTuber? Chop chop.
I'm not gonna do that.
Numbers, Dem. It's the numbers game. You gotta get your numbers up.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. You said for the most amount of money for the least amount of work. I would do content farm.
Okay.
So that means I'm
Interesting.
be plagiarizing. I'd be stealing other people's content, and I'd be using AI.
You are definitely
The amount of work.
remember that.
You're talking like actually evil. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd actually be like fucking evil. But that's if I wanted to maximize profit while doing the little miss amount of work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the smallest amount of work is not like. I don't know. I kind of don't care if I have to work really hard as long as I get the pay at the end of the day, right?
I think for me it matters if I like doing it or not.
Well, yeah.
If I'm not enjoying it, I might as well just get like any of my like older jobs. I would just like work at a restaurant.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that applies to anything.
You are a deplorable, but you have some small utility.
I'm surprised you're not as like keen as I would have expected though to like work on some kind of adult project.
If it was just like something I wanted to do for fun, it would definitely be like a comic.
Interesting.
Not necessarily a game, because I don't.
So, you know, you're way more lewd than any of us outwardly, right?
Yeah.
Like you're the Gooner guy, and now you're like, no, I don't really care about that.
But in terms of like game development for like an adult game, I don't think it would be fun. I'd rather make like a different kind of game rather than an adult game.
You'd rather make something else.
But,
Yeah.
if it was like art, maybe like a graphic novel or a comic, that's a different story. I think I would enjoy doing that.
Yeah, I mean that's why I mentioned like visual novels and that sort of stuff, because that, depending on how you do it, you can make it focus heavily on art rather than like.
I could, yeah, if I like focus, yeah, I guess I could go that angle. It's just with my experience with like visual novels, even the good ones, it's a lot of reading, and I don't like reading.
You don't have to put that much into it. I've definitely seen some where it's like, wow, you really put the novel in visual novel, and you really did not put the visual in it.
Well, from the visual novels I've played, even they weren't adult ones, they were more like horror or like adventure.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah, no, they're big on the writing.
Yeah, it relies heavily on your imagination, and at that point, why am I even playing it as a game? Why not just like have like read it on like a Kindle or have like an audiobook?
Yeah, at that point you're probably better off with the book.
Yeah, why have it in the video game
Format, yeah.
yeah, format? Because the whole purpose of a game is to be interactive, give the player control and freedom to make choices or experience the story or whatever your goal is, what the game is.
Yeah.
Experience the mechanics. But with a visual novel, you're reading a story and you're clicking a button to go to the next page. That's no different than like reading on like a fucking Kindle or like.
Okay, no. So Dem, I don't. Have you actually read a lot of? Well, maybe not read, but I guess like quote unquote played a lot of the more like adult games, or is that not something you've actually delved into as deep?
In terms of adult games for visual novels, no. The closest I've had is romance.
Okay.
A couple romance.
So you're unfamiliar with the space. It's.
Yeah.
You should poke around in it sometime. I think you'd find it entertaining. Go on itch.io and just pull up all the adult games and just like poke around in a few that pique your interest a little. And just see how it is. I'm not joking when I say like they're not that impressive, and then you look at their Patreon and they're making boo bucks. And you're like, what the fuck?
Tell them to play Amorous. What is Amorous?
I don't think I've played that one, so I don't know. But there's some really like god awful ones that definitely don't make money, but there's a lot of like really mediocre to kind of poor ones that they make money hand over fist.
If I was gonna do, actually, I just had this idea. If I was gonna do like the adult visual novel thing, I think I would just change the format. Instead of a visual novel, I'd go somewhere to like a Telltale game, like where your choices matter, something like that.
Well, I was gonna say, because a lot of the adult ones, they use, I don't know what it is, but they use 3D models instead of art per se. And then like it's a lot cheaper to animate that for many reasons and many circumstances, and so they don't have to like have an artist that makes a bajillion dollars off of them having to get every single scene, so they can do a lot more with a lot less, and that's like the meta currently that I've seen.
Okay.
So I think you'd be kind of impressed by it. 3D CGI creepy. It depends on how they do it.
Yeah, because when I think about it, when you say that, the first thought that pops in my head is the Overwatch, all that animation.
I'm not sure if that's what Ben means by CGI though. Because I feel like if you're just using like straight up 3D models, it's probably not CGI per se. Like that's probably different.
It should not. You and I have.
Are you talking about like the fucking, what was that, Source Filmmaker? Are you talking about like that?
Well, SFM would still just be 3D models. They're just
really?
much higher detail. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what Ben means.
Then I don't know what you're talking about then.
I'm trying to.
Because the first two things that pop in my head is either the Overwatch stuff or Source Filmmaker.
Yeah, SFM and stuff. I mean, a lot of those are pretty good, but Ve Victus.
Okay. I'll Google it on my other monitor real quick. Bay.
I'm not even sure what direction we're supposed to be headed right now. I am so turned around right now.
Oh, that art style. Oh, that doesn't look good at all. It looks like like a previs that you see on like a Disney's like animation board. That's what it looks like to me. A previs.
Damn, seriously, you're not going straight? Okay. Oh, it's this way.
I'm just following you, Tay. That's what I've been.
Yeah, I got all turned around there. But yeah, no, it's an interesting space.
Yeah.
I think with
Based
better
on,
models and stuff, they could probably pull in a lot more attention. But.
Yeah, based on what I've seen just by like a quick Google search, it looks like you put like your 3D characters in an environment without adding any shading, lighting, or anything at all. So they look flat
Oh, that sounds awful.
and unsaturated. Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. But that's like from a quick Google search. I don't know if that's what you mean, Ben.
I should get back to the squad.
Was it something we said?
I cannot tell where the hell we're supposed to be going.
I'm following you, so.
I'm trying to follow these guys, but they just keep going to different random places, and I'm thoroughly confused at this point.
Have to bully them.
I got distracted by chat. Now we're lost. I should have to bully them to make them play it on Steam. On stream? Play what?
Well, if it's an adult game, I can't play it on stream.
Oh, on Steam. Okay.
Victus on Steam.
What the fuck are these people pinging?
Someone's wandered off.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Like, why did you ping me over here, motherfucker?
Honestly,
Goddamn.
I do not like torturing myself offline. Because at least if it's on stream, at least the audience can watch me suffer. But if I'm just doing it just for the sake of suffering, oh, I'm not gonna do that offline. At least if I'm streaming it, the audience can watch me suffer. But if I'm just suffering by myself, where's the fun in that?
Okay. So it's not over this way.
We are expendable, even if our masters might
Don't have
claim
one that you like.
otherwise.
Yeah, I can't really think of one. How the fuck? Okay. I have no idea how bro ended up over there.
Rest easy,
Whatever.
veteran. We will continue.
That'll tell us which way to go, though, when he gets ready to rescue. Nope. Where the fuck? I'm actually a little bit confused at this point.
Nice headshot. My turn next.
Okay, that direction. Got it.
There was one game, Ben, that I did enjoy that was kind of like a party game where you managed like a goblin army, and you would have like adventurers that would use to give your goblins like special powers. But it was more like it was playing like an RTS. And that's why I found it fun, because it was just an RTS game.
Yeah, no, a lot of them too. Like that's the other thing about the DNs is like it's really not hard to write. I'll be honest. Like I don't find that to be a particularly.
Yeah, that's the one, Ben.
Yeah, I don't find it super difficult to write a story. I think that would be one of the easiest things to do, which is why I'm like, yeah, I'd probably just
We're
do
on the
that.
right track.
But the thing with Goblin Burrow, Ben, was it felt.
Okay, I found the way forward. We have to go the way that Fro had died at.
Also, I played like the translated
How
version, and
have
holy
fallen
shit, the broken
so
English
far?
was not good.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, the writing for a lot of them is awful.
Yeah, the only reason why I liked it is because
Painful
number go up,
intimidation,
number
no
big
doubt.
number feel good.
Yeah,
like,
if you put a good game on top of something like that, it's really easy to get people on board.
Oh, and the one thing I've noticed, a lot of the good stuff is usually there's a language barrier.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that I've seen are either in like Japanese or Korean. It's like, oh fuck, I can't really play it.
And then you find like Westerners that make that kind of stuff, and it's always the worst art that you've ever seen, right? It's always god awful, and you're like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, the game's okay, but like this is kind of like horrible. This is awful. Why did you make this? Like, you could have just not done that and actually it would have been better. But they're just like, nope, it's gotta have all this horrifying like stuff that I'm into, but like everyone else would be like, that's body horror. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna put in my game. It's like, oh, I fucking hate you actually. Not that Japanese and Korean people don't also make those ones, but you know, those ones usually just don't get translated because they're too far out there. You don't really find out about it. Moon runes? What do you mean moon runes?
Do not lose my servo stone. The seals. There are answers in this place.
All right, press 5.
5.
Hold right click. Go to the circles and scan them. There's gonna be an item there somewhere near the. You have to go to them physically. Then you gotta scan something.
Oh, I gotta scan this body. Oh boy. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Edison versus Nikola Tesla, and Tesla has been captured. Edison is using the power of his new AC current to turn Tesla into a girl while torturing him. I have no idea how that found me. Yeah, no, that's something, all right.
Oh, one space that I enjoy a lot is the indie game space. That's one space that.
Oh yeah, they do some good stuff.
It shares similarities with like the indie adult game stuff. There's a lot of like bad.
No, the horror space is so much better. I'm gonna be so real with you. It's better.
Are you sure?
Easy. It's so easy.
Okay. If you say so, I believe you.
Trust me. Oh man, trust me.
Actually, no. Yeah, it is more believable because adult games are more niche, so and horror is more broad.
Yeah, you get a lot better quality just in general out of the horror space.
With horror, there is more slop. Like,
there is, yeah. It's just there's more overall, so you can get gems a lot easier. It's also not as taboo to talk about. Also, you can stream it and make content out of it. So like finding the good stuff is not hard.
Yeah, just today I was streaming an indie horror game and it was fun.
I should do more of that.
Yeah. There's a lot.
I should just start waiting for Manly to post something. Manly Badass Hero. Wait for him to post something. See what game he played, and then just go play it. I've thought about that a few times. I'm like, that'd be so easy to just like keep a pulse on it, you know? You have the voice for it. I know.
That's actually why I played that indie horror game today. I saw Manly post a video about it, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'll check it out.
It's a legitimate strategy. He plays a lot of them. Like, it's his job, so he does a lot of the filtering. You could just look at what he posts and be like, yeah, here you go. You can probably find a few other people that play them and do that.
Also, Dem, if you want to sob like a little girl, look at Chinless Carnival.
Oh, okay. Can I even stream Fear and Hunger? I'm pretty sure it has nudity, right?
What's Fear and Hunger? Is that a horror game?
It is a game. I was more thinking like RPG Maker horror is always interesting to me. I've seen a lot of Manly playing that stuff, and it's fascinating what people do with a very limited engine.
At least so far. You can
Oh yeah, that games like Ib or fucking I think Corpse Party is another one.
There's so many of them. Tons, and a lot of them are actually pretty good. So that might be something else I do. I'm gonna jot that down.
Usually you'll see the good ones rise on to the
I've
top
seen
and
your
see
kind before.
YouTubers playing them.
They all end bad. Unlikely.
Like I know when Markiplier and PewDiePie played Ib, that was a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna start maybe putting together like a list of games I can play. Holy shit, Rose got cooked.
Can't stay there.
This is a trick, right?
I got There's 2 ropes and the dungeon guards are built like elephants, if you get what I mean. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to do that. I don't think I can stream that. That's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
It's probably got a good narrative. Like, I mentioned earlier, I played MGQ, which I'm not going to explain what that is for anyone who's not aware. I consider it something of a mix. It's really just an adult, and I mean adult in like it would get rated A in a theater, kind of like, it's really, there's a lot. I consider it horror for the most part. Some people really like all of it. I do not. But I think that it has a really strong narrative. Like, the story is actually really good. The plot is good.
Jesus.
I think a lot of people just don't give the plot an opportunity to like be understood. Like, that's why it was as popular as it was for a long time.
You know how to kill. It might be that you
Are you
can teach
coming?
me something.
I got lost. I'm here.
Oh, okay.
But there's a price.
Do I want to know?
I think a lot of
what?
people get focused and lost in the adult content and don't, for one, understand that like it's an old Japanese game that was made in that culture. There's things in there I don't like. Like, I would not recommend people play it for many reasons. But I was prompted by someone I knew who was like, "No, trust me. Like, I know it's crazy, but give it a try." Okay, fine. And I think there's topics and things that, because it's fiction, right? Like, it's maybe a very uncomfortable, very, what many would consider inappropriate topic, but like, it's kind of the point. It's fiction. You can't explore it anywhere else.
Analysis recommends data retrieval
But, you know,
at
very
the
important that
site.
it's fiction. But like, just because there's something bad in fiction doesn't mean that that you can't consume it through that critical lens of like, wow, this is awful. I think it's just, it'd be weird if that was like, if the things that are all supposed to be bad.
There is a fine line between like discussing a sensitive or like horrible topic and actually just fetishizing it. Because I've seen.
Well, I think that's the point of the entire game. Personally, that is what I got out of it. Was like, because the only way to see most of Monster Girl Quest, MGQ.
Oh, never mind. I'm landing something at the game.
No, you probably wouldn't. Most people don't. You've probably heard something about it at some point, but hadn't actually played it, which I think is a very much prerequisite if you want to like partially criticize it or something. Which there's plenty to criticize about, but again, context, made in 2000s Japan, you know, in a country that is heavily censored and also really weirdly sexual in a lot of ways, like in ways that are like not okay, but everyone's cool with those things. But like, oh, you gotta blur the private parts. It's like, huh? Okay, I mean, it's just inconsistent and weird. But like, when it comes to underage, they seem to be very weirdly okay with that, and it explores all those topics. Obviously, again, because of the culture and that being like considered okay, it gets presented as okay on the surface. But again, you have to lose the game to get that condition,
Well done, I suppose.
and then it's like, you know, if you think about it for even half a second, you're like, oh, this is like, there's commentary here. There's commentary in this whole thing about social, what's acceptable in culture and what's acceptable in reality, and what is actually appropriate, because the entire conflict, let's say,
Can you not even manage a simple task?
could be seen as like a metaphor for I just assumed the moral was women will steal your life, son. No, it's a lot more complicated. It's just not so on the nose, because what's the point in being on the nose, right? Better to get someone in the door. Instead of preaching, you put them through it, and then you have them think about it. You know, reflect on it. And what all those things mean, and how, presumably, at least from my point of view, right, how awful all of that was, and how, like, that it's a good thing that's not how the story went, among other things.
No interruptions. On the side of the road.
One of the biggest ones being consent is really important. That's very much like a really strong theme, I think, actually, of the game, even though it is contradicted again on the surface, but when you actually play through it, you get to see how that impacts someone who doesn't, you know, who is not in a traditional, not a woman, gender role to experience that sort of thing, and you see it through that. Alice is like one of the main characters. What do you mean?
Hey, have you seen Steins Gate?
No, I have not. It's been on my list for a while now, something to get into, but I know it's like there's a lot in general of it, so
There's only,
I just haven't gotten around to it.
but each season's like 20 episodes, so there is a lot.
Making me look bad, conscript.
It's a good anime. I recommend you watch it, because I know it'd be something you
The
like.
what? Oh, the Lolicubus? No, Alice is the snake girl.
Your incompetence is showing.
The queen.
interrogator requires
Princess? Princess. Well, close enough. Sort of, kind of, both, but also not. Don't worry about it. Spoilers.
It's okay. I'll probably forget about it like
Alice in Wonderland as a demon girl. Well, she was a demon snake girl. But there might be another Alice, or I'm getting the name wrong. It's very possible. It's been a long time. But no, I do think there's the direct narrative that's put in front of you, but then like the meta narrative is extremely cultural and political. Naga? No, the other main character. Are you on the wrong MGQ? There's like 5 of them at this point.
phase nearing completion.
I'm talking about the original. Gotta make sure you're on the right MGQ. She gets redone, I think, in one of the other games to be looking different. Which, I don't think any of the later games... You can just Google it. No, Alice is, like the what would that be? There's a name for it. The other main character, basically. But a lot of it is I think, a critique of a lot of Japanese culture. I'd never shortened that to Alice. Well, what, she's got like a whole name, right? Like a whole ass thing. But that's what she calls herself, if I'm not mistaken. But I do think that's kind of where a lot of people will get, I think, lost on the fact that, like, oh, you showed something, so, like, that means you're okay with it. And it's like, well, again, you're not trying to, what's the word? I don't have to convince someone who already agrees with me. Right? Like if, I know Dem is not a fan of generative AI, generally speaking, especially for, like, images and art and stuff. I don't need to make an argument for Dem. I don't need to do that. if I want to change anything, right? Like if I want to have a real cultural impact, what I need to do is I need to get in the door, the mental door, of someone who likes AI. And I need them to let me in, let me sit down at their table, share a meal, have a conversation. And then something that I said needs to come back a week later into their head and go, huh, I never thought about that. And then we'll do that every now and again. You know, I'll meet with this person, I'll become their friend. And things I say will start making more and more sense. And then it hits them. I've been wrong this whole time. Wow. That's crazy. You know, I'm starting to think that maybe Gen AI is bad. I'm like, this is bad for society and the world and the environment. And like that, like it could be useful one day, but like right now it's awful. Huh. Because if all I do is preach at you, if you don't agree with me, you ignore me. And that's how that works. So I really don't think there's anything wrong in fiction with using something that you disagree with, something you don't like, something you find abhorrent even, to illustrate how bad it is to someone else. To really hammer the damn point home, to get something through their skull, to make them realize, oh, that's bad. I really think that that's like the one time really that you can do that and it be okay and fine and like totally justified, unquestionably, because you are, hopefully, you're trying to convince people not to do the thing. Just a thought. Humanity does nothing by half measures. Yeah.
I think that's true, Ben, because I remember when I took a course in art history, you can see the same thing happening in the art world that's happening with like generative AI. Or at least it happened like back in the 80s and 90s. There's this one famous artwork by, what was his name? Maurizio something, and it's literally just a banana duct taped to a wall.
Oh,
seen that?
Postmodernists and things like that.
Yeah, that's I believe it's called The Comedian by Maurizio something. And it's literally just, he made it as a statement to say, oh, the art world is just full of like rich people buying stuff for either like a tax write-off to generate profit or to have like something that is to hold their monetary value, even though it's not even permanent.
Yeah, store of value.
Yeah.
Or just as a, you know, wealth statement. That's it. It's just sometimes, not usually, but sometimes they'll just buy stuff to say they have it.
Sometimes.
Cars are a great example of that.
I was talking about, but there's definitely artworks that do that.
Oh, for sure. I don't think you'd buy the banana duct tape to a wall as a money statement.
Slum. I
No,
think
it's
I'm
mostly
regretting my life
for
choice.
like either to trade off like a tax write-off or to just buy it for the sake of buying
Remember
something
that.
expensive.
Or you commission something, right, and then you get it like valued, and they say it's worth $1 bajillion. You pay them like, you know, $500,000 or something, and then you donate it and you can write off $1 bajillion on your taxes as a charitable donation or whatever your limit is, basically.
The reason I forgot the whole reason why the guy Maurizio made the painting is because he's a well-known artist, and he was making a statement is that just because you're a famous artist, you can literally do anything, and rich people will buy it just for the sake.
That they will.
He was making a statement that it doesn't really matter what the medium is. Generally, people are going to pay more if you're more well-known or have like a reputation.
Yeah, and they're willing. Same thing actually happens in VTubing. Models.
True.
Just because you have a name, people will pay out the nose to get you to work on it, even though you're just as talented as someone half the price who's just not as known. I will say there's at least like a tangible profit motive behind paying extra for that, because you get the visibility when they work on it, and post about it and things like that. So like there's at least an exchange going on there. But for the art, it's literally just basically branding, for branding's sake.
You see a heretic's smiling face? Open fire! You are loud! I'm full of zest and vim, that's all. Nothing wrong
Your drug
with
lord
that.
buys a
I
bunch
would
of art
agree.
from the locals.
Were you
He is oppressing, it's worth nothing, but then he pretends to be at work, hires an artist, and has them sell them as modern art. Rich people buy it, and you just accidentally drop a few kilos of Colombian sugar in the parking lot. Oh. You just oopsies leave it there. Yeah. You sure that barbed wire to get to that chest? Ah, it didn't hurt. It was safe.
Celerity stin!
Oh, one thing. I remember I had this rant when I was playing Hitman. But this is on a similar topic with art. Sometimes art, if you don't understand it, maybe it's just not built for you. You're not the intended audience.
Yeah.
It'd be similar if I showed VTubing to my grandparents. VTubing is kind of like an art expression of art, but for like a certain audience.
Yeah.
But if I,
No, it is.
if I showed it to like my grandparents, they wouldn't understand. So when you see something in art that you don't understand, it could just mean that you're not the
Somehow I
intended
knew
audience.
you were going to say that.
Yeah. Sometimes it is just awful, which is like the banana. It's like, this is not art, it's just shit. It's trash. You know, anyone could do that, there's no skill. But yeah, it's a statement, but it's not, the art itself isn't valuable. It doesn't have a...
There's art pieces that look like trash, but when you look into the background of like the artist, they have the technical skill to do something complex. It's just they're making a statement or breaking the rules of art to make a message either regarding the subject, regarding why they made it, or regarding something they want to speak about, or get people just to talk about something. Because I remember when I was studying art, there was one art piece in the Louvre called A Messy Bed, and it's literally just a messy bed. But the art piece is supposed to get you talking about mental health. Because it's an uncomfortable subject just to bring up randomly, so having like an art piece to show what like mental deterioration or like nesting is really helps people bring that into light or like start a conversation about it. So sometimes art might look bad, but maybe it's supposed to bring something up or show something that you would otherwise wouldn't think about.
Well, I think the difficulty that a lot of, like, let's call it normal people would have with something like that, right? People who, you know, maybe suffer from mental illness, is that's great and all, but why is it worth $1 bajillion? Like, why is the conversation around my mental illness worth $50 million in the Louvre or whatever? You know, like, why does this person get to make a living off of my misery? That would be my question. You know, why does this museum get to make money off of it? Like, why is someone else profiting from this conversation that clearly doesn't go anywhere?
There's actually been movements and counter movements based on that point. Why does this art get more value than this art when the technical skill was about the same? And that this conversation said, yeah, exactly, Ben. That's Dada. That's Dadaism.
Yeah. No, it's just strange that it's not that it's worth something, right? It's that it's worth a ridiculous amount of money. It's like, it's weird. It's just weird how inflated the value gets.
Yeah. The urinal deserved to be worth a ridiculous amount of money.
It was a solid gold. Well, yeah, solid gold is obviously just worth a lot of money.
Oh, you're talking about that one urinal. I believe the artist made that art piece because they were making a statement regarding the history when it was made. Because I believe that urinal art piece was made during World War I. And he was like, the artist was making a statement. It's like, why are we trying to make such good art pieces when it doesn't even matter? We're fucking killing each other with chemical weapons. And he was like so fed up with like I don't remember the exact story, but I just remember the artist was fed up with like World War One, and he didn't want to make something good anymore. He wanted to just like say something about the war by making something absurd.
Yeah, she was looking at his decoration advice. Yeah, never seems to do the thing.
Decoration, when you think about it, because rich people decorate their stuff with like ridiculous items.
Yeah, no worries, Tailgater. Yeah, Dem was telling me that story earlier. Sorry to hear that happened to you. But not everyone can be a winner, you know what I mean? Not everyone can be good for you.
One medal where if you hold it enough long, your like passive body heat will just
No.
it, or like
No. Gallium?
That's a Mercury.
Question mark?
No, I was thinking of Mercury.
Well, Mercury is always solid, or always liquid, sorry. I think it might be gallium that can melt in your hand.
Oh, okay. I just remember gold was soft, so I probably was using it.
No, gold is malleable.
Now,
But it does not have a particularly low melting point. I mean, it's low compared to some other metals, but it's not like crazy low.
I thought I was shooting Tay. I thought the Tay was a monster.
It's me, the monster under your bed. The Game of Thrones scene is impossible. They have to have a furnace to melt gold, not a fire. I don't know if Dem's ever seen Game of Thrones, but yeah, no, it's a lot of heat to get gold to melt. You can soften it a lot easier than that. Same thing with steel and other metals. You can soften metal a lot easier than you can melt it. That's why a lot of people, I hope it's jokingly, say jet fuel can't melt steel beams, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't friggin' have to.
Show these heretics
You literally don't have to do
the folly of
that.
reaching the Lex
You don't have to melt
Imperialis.
it.
I suspect that they will not appreciate the
I think
lesson.
you can melt lead in a campfire. I think you can if you get like a good campfire going, but lead is so much easier to melt.
I'm never going back.
It would have to be a really like hot campfire, but yes, I think you could. Or at least soften it enough that you could shape it into whatever you
This
need.
warband conceals many secrets.
But I'm fairly certain you
It
can.
does not encourage trust.
Don't let it get you, Dime. At the end
Oh,
of
I
the day,
can't use it.
kill's a kill.
But in whose service?
Above
It doesn't
my
have a
pay
battery.
grade, that one.
See that big hole underneath it? It needs a battery. So there's a
Yeah.
battery around here somewhere.
Yeah, Judge Dredd got one.
No, that's Judge Zed.
Same thing.
Heal up. Thank you and Dem for making me smile and happy all the time, y'all stream. Really do appreciate y'all so much. No worries. Happy to be here for you,
No
Tail.
worries, Tailgater. Remind them that the giant hole is not. Oh. That's.
I think we've established that Dem is actually relatively innocent compared to yours truly. Based on what we've experienced.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the follow.
On we go. Fucking fire.
Honestly, if I just saw this hypothetical, but if you offered me like a really good, well-cooked meal from like a Michelin starred chef versus sex with like a celebrity crush, I think I'd take the meal over the sex.
That's so crazy. I would pass up the meal every time.
Hound's dead.
I think I would go for the meal.
Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more motivated by that than them. Which is funny.
People are kind of gross. Yeah, people can be gross.
I mean, I've had great experiences, but
Whoa,
Nice killing spree, soldier.
did I read that? I don't. Maybe Tailgater.
you can do that at your home.
We've been ranting a lot today.
Doling out
But thank you.
justice to these Lex breakers is the finest form of fulfillment.
By the ugly and smelly. Yeah, no. I've been fortunate to date
That burden I shall
exclusively
bear with
beautiful
great
women.
sorrow.
Well, no, I take that back. There was one that was not particularly beautiful, but that was... She was also really stupid. That was, I think, my first, like, girlfriend for any length of time. So... I had very low self-esteem at the time.
When I lived in LA, you're surrounded by like really attractive people, and a lot of it becomes like superficial. At least that's what happened to me. Because like you see this really attractive person, then you start talking to them, and it's like they're like kind of surface level. They're kind of shallow. That's the word I'm looking for. They're shallow.
Yeah.
There you go.
You're telling starving African villagers about the time you snorted caviar off the tits of a 300-pound cake shaped like Lizzo. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. That was just, like, what was in my town. I had a lot more opportunities than things I actually followed up on, because I've dated a fair bit, but I tried to only date women that I had a serious interest in. There were, in some cases, prettier women. When I say beautiful, I'm saying like off rip, without any filter over my sight of them. They were like a 6 at a minimum. So like slightly above average at a minimum, but that if I have feelings for someone, that makes them, that's more than enough. Like I will see them as like the most beautiful person in the world. So you know, a bit of a slightly warped perception there. But there were some women who were like a 7 or an 8, and definitely I could have been very, let's say, selfish or taking advantage of their feelings, but I refuse to do that.
There's just because when I was talking about shallow people, one type of personality I don't like is a girl that will show like interest in you, but as soon as you like find someone else or you start showing disinterest, they fucking fiend for you. They want you back. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, the jealous type that won't. Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't like say yes to a date with you, but they keep you on the line. And then when you finally show disinterest, they want you. It's like, what the?
Well, they were waiting. They're waiting for you to basically push it. And yeah, no, I don't think that's an appropriate way to behave. That's for children. That is for teenagers.
Yeah, exactly.
No, what she needs to do to become a millionaire? Okay. What is it, Ben?
Discovered the cure for cancer.
that would be yeah. Either that or a bullet in the back of my head. I'm not sure
Medicate
which.
station logged. Are we ready to
What the
advance?
fuck?
Andrew Tate. Oh my god.
You need to start your own Hustlers University, okay?
Bring that beauty down.
The thing is, right?
Mission is
I don't
dragging
think it
on.
would actually be. I've talked about stuff like that before, actually, where it's like it's really not hard to
Would you care to
be
level a specific accusation?
attractive to
Oh,
women,
don't be so touchy.
because a lot of women, and this will shock many people, a lot of them do not give a shit about how you look beyond the minimum. Like, if you have decent hygiene and you are not 300 pounds or more, they're really not that concerned. Now, are you going to date a woman who is a 8 out of 10? If you are overweight, don't have a strong personality, and in general just aren't very charismatic, that might be difficult. But dating, like, across the board, like, directly across from you, say you're like, I don't know, maybe you're a 4, right? You've been blessed with poor genetics. You could date a 4 or a 5 on the other side of the, you know. The hard part is meeting people. To find someone that you get along with well enough and all those things. The socialization is the hard part. It's not so much the attraction with women.
I would say I agree largely with Tay. Looks are like, really, looks are for getting you foot in the door. It's a good like lure, but as soon as you start initiating socialization, like Tay said, it's gonna get harder. And that
I can't hit them.
fall off for a lot of people that are like surface level or shallow.
You can't even shoot through the bars with my gun, so. Whatever, I'm just gonna leave those guys.
You see that?
This is nicely pussy with facts and logic. No, it's just
endless regret.
it's being willing to talk to people and not have it be predicated on dating before you even start the conversation. Like it's that easy. Like it's what the hell? Sort of have apple slices.
Can't get back up.
What you could do is get one of those slicers. I don't even know how many people are actually aware that those exist, but you can totally get them. We need to
Slicer?
an apple slicer, like an apple core that does the slices all at once. I had one growing up, but I haven't. Yeah,
Okay.
they definitely exist. I don't know how this works. There's buttons and stuff.
Did anyone notice?
Whatever. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. But yeah, that's probably a lot easier than buying pre-sliced old-fashioned apple peeler. Yeah, that'll work too.
Fun fact, don't buy your cheese pre-shredded if you don't like the bitter aftertaste. Because they put, what the fuck, a preservative called pectin, I believe, that gives the cheese an aftertaste, and it's an anti-caking agent, so that's what gives shredded cheese its very taste. So if you don't want that bitter aftertaste,
I feel like I've heard of pectin before being like a lot of things, actually. I think it's a pretty common additive.
yeah. If he's old enough for me to send him booze. I do not like the taste of alcohol.
We have medics.
He's old enough though, yeah.
Yeah. I tasted beer, wine, and vodka. Oh, hate it. Oh, I haven't tried whiskey or
I like how you're like, oh yeah, I tried straight liquor and it was bad. Fucking, I hope so. God.
yeah.
I like rum, but I don't like straight up rum. Like, I'm not gonna sip a glass of rum. I'm gonna mix it with something. Tropical liquor of mango, apple,
what,
brown
that is
sugar,
fair.
dates, and berries.
I've only drunk it straight out of a bottle just to taste it, and I was, oh, it's bad.
No. If you have rum in the house, I would say, or you can just get like a small bottle. Put like one shot worth into a pretty decent sized glass, right? And then fill the rest of the glass with soda. Preferably something like Coke.
Mixed with something, okay.
Yeah.
That probably explains it. Oh,
Rum and Coke is just so easy.
I hate the taste of beers. What?
Beer is either you like it or you don't. And there are a bajillion different kinds of beer. So it's going to be really hard to decide, like, for sure if you like beer or don't.
I tasted a Corona and I did not like it.
That doesn't shock me. Yeah, a lot of beer, a lot of people who aren't like, into it don't like it, which is, I think, perfectly reasonable.
Mixed drinks though, mixed drinks are good. I like that. But at that point, why get a mixed drink? Just get like a fucking mocktail.
Well, the point is to get a little bit drunk. It's...
Oh yeah, I guess. I guess I just value taste more over.
Well, again, if you put in the right amount of alcohol and you don't overdo it, which a lot of people at bars want you to put in too much because they want to get their money's worth for the alcohol. Like, they're just there to get drunk. Would prefer you overdo it, whereas at home you can keep it to like about a shot worth for like a tall glass, and you'll, you know, since you don't drink very often, then you'd probably still get like a little warm in your cheeks and you'd feel nice off of a very small amount of alcohol.
And I made alcoholic milkshake out of chocolate ice cream milk, Snicker bars, and cola.
Ooh, Kahlua. Oh yeah, Kahlua. That's an interesting choice. Yeah. So one of the other things is, again, if you use a small amount, like I described for a rum and Coke, I think it actually tastes better. Genuinely. But you have to use the small amount. If you overdo it, it starts to taste gross. So, you know, don't do that. That sounds really good though, Ben. I don't think I'd want to do it because that would be like, if I like it, that's a problem. So I'm gonna want more of it. But still, if I like Twitch gives me an ad, that's messed up. Twitch is getting aggressive, huh? I'm gonna use the restroom real fast. Let me see, what are my ads at? Oh, well, the ads are running. That's probably why. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. You know what? I will use the restroom as well. BRB, guys. All right, I'm back, guys. Oh, we just got back at the same time.
Nice, nice. Like Cosmos? Yeah, that's another good idea. Basically anything with like a low amount of alcohol, but still good. Irish coffee, yeah.
I've had a mojito once, and that was good. I enjoyed that.
Do you drink coffee, Dem?
Not usually, no.
Oh, okay. If you liked coffee, then Irish coffee would be a good option.
Is it like coffee with alcohol in it?
Yeah, specifically Kahlua or some other kind of alcoholic cream.
Oh.
One of those stands. Don't know where to buy them at. For sure. I mean, not that much. Amazon has them. Probably get them at Walmart if you needed to go somewhere and like get it physically. $10, $20, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Vodka with fruit works.
I've tried vodka with Skittles. That was good.
Yeah, that'll work. You can soak a lot of candies in vodka, and then, for one, the vodka will taste significantly better, but so will the candies be alcoholic, but still taste good. Gummy bear vodka, yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a good combination.
Oh, it's so good. I had it once. It was dangerous. Tasted delicious, and it was just straight vodka. I got smashed that night. That was crazy. Wasteland tequila. Yeah, I mean, you're a bit interesting with that choice, Ben. You said it's 210 proof, right? Something like that?
Speaking of tequila, I've had agave juice. Oh, I like agave juice. Don't like tequila, but agave juice, yum.
Get a gallon of it. That's a lot. With how expensive alcohol is, though, like if you can make it yourself and it doesn't cost you much, that makes very good sense to me.
I must say,
Isn't alcohol take a lot of time to make
I
though?
can vouch for their ability.
It can.
Because first, don't you have to have like a bunch of either like fruit or grain or whatever, and you're gonna have to distill it or like ferment it, then distill that, and then distill it again.
It's so. I mean, for the amount that you want to make, it depends, right?
Yeah.
But anything that you can just ferment to get alcohol out of, you just have to distill whatever that is. And there you go, alcohol. Yeah, distillation is not difficult to do.
I guess it's just getting a bunch of like organic material, like a fruit or like a grain.
Yeah, yeah. It's more about if you want something that tastes good, then it gets a little more complicated.
Oh yeah.
And if you're not distilling it, like if you're making beer, that gets complicated because you don't get the luxury of just heating it up and killing all the bacteria. Can't do that to beer. That don't work.
Not that you drink on duty, right?
Not anymore.
It starts with sugar, it becomes alcohol. Yeah, you can just add a ton of sugar to something like that, and it'll ferment quite aggressively. Yep, weaker too. Moonshiners make good money, and they do small runs out in the woods with little stills that they set up, which is like some of the goofiest shit, but they still exist.
Only the degenerate live in such places. I know this all.
Which I think that's the most shocking part, is that like they're still in operation, even though like cheap vodka is really not that expensive. And electric still, all the fun, no explosions. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think getting the still is probably gonna be the hardest part to make alcohol for yourself. But if you have that.
Oh, I saw a video of someone trying to make mead, and that looked really fun to do as like a project.
Oh, mead? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I imagine they're not like cheap because they're copper tubing at the end of the day. Probably around 100 $200 just for
Mead, yeah. And to make mead, it's a lot of honey.
yeah.
I haven't tried mead, so I don't know what it tastes like.
Yeah, no, definitely the hard part is having like the spare foodstuffs, whatever it is, to put into making alcohol. I think that's always been like the tougher part for a lot of people, but not prohibitively. Just one of the first things to go would be.
You know, Tay, what I just realized? We're like this that TikTok where it's like two guys just having a podcast, but we're just playing a game and just talking, man, about random shit.
Yeah, no, I mean that's what we're doing.
The inhabitants were forgotten.
We're the meme.
Little
We're the
wonder they
meme.
grew
Podcast guys.
desperate.
I have no idea who those people are, to be clear.
Oh, it's fine. Have you heard about people faking a podcast format just so they can generate clips and get more famous?
That doesn't shock me in the slightest.
They copy the podcast format because it's so popular, and then there's not even a real podcast.
Yeah, people recognize it.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's a podcast. These people they're doing the thing. Plague Ogren? Plague Ogren.
One example that I can think of, there's this one duo, I forgot their name. It's like the gaming pals? The gaming duo? Gaming something. And they used to be an esports team for Fortnite. But they saw Fortnite was getting less and less popular, they're not getting as much views on their content. So what they did is they pivoted to the podcast format. But they didn't do an actual podcast. So what they would do was they would generate clips by faking a podcast. So they would talk about like whatever was the buzzword. So most of their stuff is like FNAF, Garden Band, PewDiePie, or not PewDiePie, what was it? Markiplier's movie, and all that shit.
Oh, Iron Lung, and yeah.
Yeah. He would just like talk about like the most talked about thing or that's trending, and it wasn't even a real podcast. It was just a clip on TikTok, and it worked because their clips get like millions of views.
Yeah, you just had to talk about the current event thing.
No.
Yeah, in a conversational format.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, don't stress about it, Tailgater. You're good. You'll get there.
Safety in numbers, folks. Group up.
I don't know what you're. I'm just following you, Tay. I don't know if we're supposed to be.
Right.
Forward.
This quarantine zone should be
Oh,
clear.
okay. Oh, it's Wumbo Johnson again. It's him.
It's Wumbo.
Wumbo.
Oh my God, he's Wumbo.
Wumbo. He's back.
Back at it again.
Get your servos
With
gun
Wumbo.
out, Give me those samples. Let's see what a servo skull finds. Don't lose sight of the servo skull. You need that
One type of
carcass meat.
content that I would like to do is more food related stuff. That one food.
You are huge on food.
Like I would want to do like a cooking stream one day. That'd be fun.
I think you do well. I think the hard part with stuff like that, right, is getting it set up in a way that you can, like, maintain the...
Everything, yeah.
Well, maintaining the VTuber side of it, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, assuming you want to. You don't have to, but... Like, if you're committed to that.
Strong. To pick up its flavor in any drink or alcohol. I've had cactus tacos. Or cactus... Yeah, cactus tacos. I haven't had cactus alcohol, though.
I've heard about it vaguely here and there, and I do recall hearing it's, like, really powerful. Smallmouth leopard frog?
Cactus fruit is good.
What?
Cactus
Tequila?
Right,
Yeah.
next the lot. Return to the servo skull. Damn, that's not enough. Get out there and find more targets.
Now I'm craving Mexican food. All this talk about
Where's the
cactus.
carcass thing off to now? You better find her.
Dem's always hungry.
I am. I hate how like at Chipotle they have like this new like protein for your bowls or burritos. It's steak, and they fucking skimp you on the steak. I hate that.
They do.
Yeah, it's like for like one order of steak, you get fucking I don't know what would it be like less than a scoop. I don't know. There's just there's less protein as there is like other stuff. Lots of protein, yeah.
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Okay, where's the service goes upstairs?
This is a bit controversial, but I like my depending on the cut of steak. I like mine well done. It really depends on the cut though.
I always order well done because I just don't trust people to cook my steak any less than that, really. Like, I don't know where the hell you get your food. Like, where you get your meat. I'm just well done, please.
If I'm like out and like at a restaurant, I'll probably get like medium. I don't like medium rare. For you? I like mine cooked a little bit more, so I like mine medium. But it really depends on the cut. If it's like a skirt steak, depending on how you're preparing it, I prefer it well done. Because skirt steaks, for the most part, cook quickly. It's hard to like cook it medium.
I've been kidnapped! Oh my god!
Oh shit!
That was crazy! The bomber came in.
Oh yeah, I agree, Ben. If it's like a thick cut, medium to medium rare, it's pretty good. But if it's like a small cut, like very thin, there's like no there's like no other way to cook it other than well done. You just have to season it.
Yeah, I think I usually say medium well or well, depending on how confident I am in the establishment, but I won't go lower than that.
Still need more data.
Exactly, Ben. You're better off seeing or boiling.
Now.
My favorite place to eat like a lot of protein is KBBQ or Korean barbecue. I love miso bulgogi. You know what bulgogi is?
But usually when I order that, though, I typically get it back a little less cooked than what I say, so it usually works out fine. So I've had the experience where I'll order, you know, medium rare, and I'll get back rare, and it's like, okay, that's not what I wanted at all.
Have you had Anki Poki? I've had Poki before. I don't know what Anki Poki is though.
So Deb, when that charger comes for you, one of the things you can do is dodge to the side,
That's
and it will sometimes miss. Yes, space. As long as you're not only pressing forward, you will dodge. It's also good just in melee, or even if you're being shot at, if you dodge as they're swinging or something, you can put some distance in. Nice.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've had that, Ben. I've had poke bowls, but I haven't had sushi like that's a bowl. And honestly, when it comes to sushi, I think anything that's like prepackaged is bad. It has to be made in front of you at the restaurant if you're going to get good sushi. Otherwise, it's going to get that fishy taste that no one really likes.
Yeah, I just don't want sushi.
If you,
Enough people get sick from it every year. I don't think it's worth it.
I love that fishy taste.
Sergeant Major.
Okay, I guess you can tell different.
Tougher than you.
But good sushi shouldn't have that fishy taste. It should taste like
And you're smarter than you
I don't know how to describe it. It should taste
Let's
good.
hope it's worth it.
It should just taste good. Yeah, I'm not huge on fish in the first place.
I like seafood. There's a place near me that does Cajun boils, and I love me a Cajun boil.
I don't think I've ever had anything like that.
Upwards.
They just don't have it anywhere I've lived.
It's pretty easy to do yourself. You just need a big pot.
There must be many
First thing I'm missing?
variations.
Big pot.
Incredible and
Can't handle the taste of a good cat. Oh.
Dem just doesn't like it.
Hey, I said I do eat sushi. It would just have to be at like a really good restaurant. Because if you get the if I ever get the prepackaged stuff, I always have to like douse it in like soy sauce or other sauces just to mask the taste of it.
It is fish, you know. You're eating fish. It's supposed to taste like fish.
No, there's like a weird that tastes bad. There's like a good fishy and then a bad fishy taste.
Oh yeah.
You'd know it if you had like the fancy sushi. Like good sushi is supposed to be made in front of you by like a chef.
Yeah, literally, I've never even been to a place that offers such a service.
It's really good.
And I've been to places that offer like made sushi. They just don't make it in front of you.
Because in my experience, the prepackaged sushi has always been bad.
I have nothing to add to that. I'm sorry to hear that, Dem.
Wait down.
Another restaurant? Oh no. I've had dried anchovies. I've dried fish before. Very salty, but if you pair it with the right stuff, it can be good. Like, this is a weird combination, but I like salted fish with hummus.
You say so, buddy.
It's like eating chips and dip to me.
Okay. You'll also slowly learn like the audio cues for all the different special enemies, and it makes it a lot easier to
Dodge, yeah.
dodge them or counter them immediately. Your class should be able to just murder them most of the time. That's what your ranged weapon is mainly for killing specials.
I always thought the Inquisition had high standards.
Yeah, like that one.
Operatives. Foolish of me.
I'm sure the team
You just have to
values
be good
your
at aiming.
insight, Excellency.
Oh, I see how it is.
It means you have to turn down your sensitivity down. It's probably too high. Knowing you.
Sensitivity is good.
You say.
Well, the game is like really dark, so it's hard to see everything.
Let's do
Yeah, that's another thing you'll get used to.
I stand ready
You should be able to see
to
most
serve.
enemies, though.
Impress me.
I should, but it's hard.
Yeah, same. Change reach over and check Dem sensitivity. If it takes less than 30 seconds, he needs to turn it down. That's not what I meant.
that monstrosity. I have no words.
It will be destroyed. Strike team, your biotic probes
I don't know
are now
what proof for this
capable of
alcohol is.
delivering
It's probably just
upwards
really
of
high.
timing. Deploy them.
Bring that music down! Seek my foe!
Good shit, Dem. Those work by floating a glass device. The higher it goes, the more pure it is. Up to a limit, yeah. It has like a range that it's calibrated for. Glass device shot out into the ceiling. I think you might have poured it in a little too fast. I think you're supposed to pour the alcohol, then put the device in there. Like gently place it. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Oh no. You're on your last down. So try not to go down again. It's match the symbols. There's symbols on the left, you gotta match them to what's on the screen.
Okay.
So you gotta like find the matching pattern.
There's no need to show off! Oh, somewhere close!
I did it.
Good job.
That did the trick. As you were.
Yeah, you're on your last down. If there's a Medicaid station somewhere, that'll fix your burned health, basically.
Okay.
It's corruption. Whatever. It's burned. The lead moonshiner did the technical stuff, but now I have a hygrometer in my ceiling. Yeah, it sounds like he did it out of order. Confident that it wouldn't be a problem. Or dropped it in too hard, so it kind of doesn't need a Medicaid. He needs a psych ward. You know, that won't fix the corruption.
Almost dead.
There's more of an orc. Likes the battle. I feel like if we're going to fantasy, I feel like you'd actually catch Dem as more of a Carcassonne type of guy. Well, the lady's blessing is lost.
D&D campaigns. One I'm a human and the other one I'm a tiefling.
Interesting. Well, Carcassonne is human. They're just they're basically France.
Oh.
Whereas the Empire is essentially Germany. Or the HRE, if you want to be more specific, the Holy Roman Empire. Because of how their elector counts and whatever works. And for how much territory they have. Rather enjoy being a gnoll because I know too much. Gnoll? In D&D? I'm kind of happy I never got invited to another one after that one fell through, because I feel like I would end up saying yes and then I would regret it very quickly when it turns into a ton of work.
One of the campaigns I'm in, you would probably enjoy.
Why do you think that?
Because it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Interesting.
I think we just didn't enjoy the one that fell through because we didn't get a chance to play it.
Well, no, it's just D&D, at least like with the group we had, right? A lot of people who had never played. It was going to be a lot of work just trying to make sure that everyone else is having a good time. I think Teef was involved in that too, but like you can't rely on Teef. You can hardly rely on Teef to show up, so I wasn't going to rely on him to help me out with like making sure the two of you had a good time, especially out of the gate. And Soup is Soup is
really super percentage, yeah.
There's a lot of stuff to do, and I think having like one person help you is fine, but like it's really hard to help multiple people at once unless you're doing it in the session all together, like as like a teaching experience, I guess you could say. I like to do breaking new groups with slightly silly one-shots. Yeah. One-shots are good for that. You can also just like do a very simple opener that's like very traditional in its own way, and that'll work fine too for most groups. You know, start them off with a basic quest,
and you can just so you can get your feet wet.
Yeah. Anything like Gygax? Is it free? Yeah, probably.
Oh, I unlocked the uniform.
Yeah, you'll unlock tons of stuff as you go. A lot of pretty good cosmetics are free in the game. I mean, the best ones, of course, are paid, but a lot of pretty good ones you can just get by playing. Some of the worst ones are also paid, which I think is hilarious.
I don't know what that means, Ben.
The las bolts? So you're using a las gun. It fires las bolts. Lasers. You're supposed to put them in the enemy, not the wall.
I was shooting at them.
At or in? In their direction or actually hitting them?
Well, some of them were hitting.
It's probably a particle weapon. I mean, otherwise it wouldn't need... Well, it has battery packs, but like... What's the particle? Other than light. It has recoil. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the heck they're supposed to be. No one's ever explained it. As far as I'm aware. So. Oh, make sure you're spending your skill points there, Dem.
Okay.
If you press I, it'll be talents.
Alright. I'm in the cutscene right now.
Okay.
Oh, they're eating! What's that? Oh.
debatable as to whether or not the beam itself can start fires, but the impact point always can. I just don't understand what you would like, what the projectile would be. Because in most depictions, it is just described as a laser, from my understanding.
Laser. All right, let me look at light.
Charged particle stream. Isn't that basically just light, though? Or is it more like you're picking up things other than just electrons and sending those out? That would make sense. It's like firing neutrons. I think that's a different weapon, though. A neutron beam, specifically. Like, I think that's its own thing, but... I think I get what you're saying, though. Like, things like neutrons, protons, etc. You're just kind of bunching them up and blasting them in a direction. I feel like it would have a different effect if that was the result, though. I don't know. I think they've intentionally left it vague, but I feel like Laz kind of just implies that it's a laser. It has weight, recoil, drop. It's a particle beam. If it's a laser, it has none of that. Yeah. Yeah. That is the very confusing portion. I think they're supposed to be laser weapons, but they just ignore the physics of lasers. So it doesn't really make sense. So it has to be something else. Plasma at least reacts the way it's supposed to, kind of. It shouldn't make balls, it should be like a flamer. I think the idea is that you have like a mass of plasma, superheated plasma, and you just kind of like launch it. I think that's the idea for how plasma weapons are supposed to work. But in reality, it's basically just ripping off all other sci-fi that decided, like Doom, right? Decided that plasma weapons just shoot orbs. It's arbitrary. It's not. Whatever.
My service is fulfillment.
Oh, I didn't unlock the thing. Okay. Oh, I did.
Transaction approved.
Oh, chat, I did change where my mic sits. So if it's different, let me know. Like, if you don't like it, do tell. So otherwise I will do that.
That's what I hear, sir. Want me to put a stop to
It's
it?
10% sexier. Awesome.
Not for the moment. Having a back door into
I
our
tried a
project
different
site
microphone,
might
actually. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I had bought an AT2040, which would be the dynamic sibling to the AT2020 that I have right now. And what I discovered is it does, I think, sound a little bit better. However, I would need a preamp on top of the DAC that I already have. That already has an amp built into it. Because it is just that ridiculously quiet. That, like, I'm kind of puzzled as to how the hell, like, it's supposed to work. Because, like, it's a dynamic hypercardioid. And what that means is you have to be very close to it, like a few inches, right, away from it, talking directly towards it. Or at least, like, you know, in the general vicinity, for it to pick you up correctly and to sound good. However, even though I can put my lips right up to the microphone itself, I take off the pop cover and everything, right, and I talk directly into it. And I still have to go into OBS, boost the gain by 10 decibels, and then it starts to be audible, like in a clear, distinct manner. And it's like, yeah, I can't use this because it's not going to work in Discord.
Want a pet frisky? Okay.
Yeah. How was your cutscene there, Dem? Did you enjoy it?
They're saying something about a machine god.
Oh.
I don't know what they're talking about.
You don't know who the machine god is?
Oh no, they're talking about blessing your weapons and you do not deserve it. And I don't know.
Oh, you can upgrade your stuff now. That's what they were getting at.
Oh.
So, a little primer on 40K for you. The basic premise is we are inside the Imperium. It is the Imperium of Man. It is all of humankind under one banner, which is pretty cool on its own. However, we are beset upon on all sides by the forces of chaos, which is what we're fighting here. You know, the gross-looking like zombies, basically, filled with maggots and everything. That's Nurgle. Nurgle's influence. He's one of the Chaos Gods. Same Chaos Gods as Warhammer Fantasy, if you're at all familiar with that. But Nurgle is the god of death and rebirth, essentially. That is ultimately what he's about. But that means disease, plague, rot. All those things are his domain, and those are the more powerful aspects of him because they are emotionally charged for living beings. Nurgle is gross, but also beautiful. You know, it's both sides of the coin. It is the death of things, but also the life that comes from it at the same time. You know, it's both directions. It's rot gives way to rebirth. You know, something dies, it rots into its base elements, and something else grows out of that. It's that whole cycle. But the focus is always on the rot and the decay, because that is what is more pronounced out of everything that Nurgle covers. But that's why he can also like rebirth essentially his followers into something else. That's why they have like the plague ogre and stuff. He can transform them. So there are 3 other chaos gods. Khorne, which is a very simple one. He's the god of war and blood and sacrifice and all those types of things. Violence.
Does he live in Nebraska?
No, they live in the Warp, which is kind of like Nebraska, kind of like Ohio.
Okay.
And so, like, that's his dominion. It's all about war, violence, all that stuff. There's Slaanesh, who is all about excess, pleasure, enjoying yourself, essentially. Often to extremes, but not strictly. Slaanesh would still gain power from just moderate excess, you know, like just treating yourself, that sort of thing. That's still in that domain. It's just not the focus. A lot of what Slaanesh really focuses on is masochism, sadism, dominance. That sort of, it's usually sexually charged, very much so, quite often, but not strictly. It can just be like overeating and things like that, but things that can bring you pleasure and just maximizing that. No, pleasure maxing, if you will. So there's that.
Well above tolerances.
Then there is Tzeentch, who is the god of change, the changing of ways. It's all about, you know, trickery, backstabbing, basically everything that you could think of when you think of betrayal. You know, the ways that you would betray someone, trick them, undermine them, etc. From behind the scenes, you know, pulling the strings, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Orchestrating events, basically. Technically speaking, he is considered to be the strongest Chaos God, but also the weakest, because he has to keep the Great Game going. So, what the Great Game is all 4 of these Chaos Gods are locked in eternal conflict with one another.
Okay. Oh.
If any one of them wins, they necessarily lose. Because without the balance of them, it would basically cause a lot of turmoil, a lot of problems for them.
So I was right when they made the comment that this is just Helldivers but religious.
It's not religion, it's real. That's the major difference. There's no
Okay,
there are religious elements, but all the religion is true.
Okay, then not the religion. It's Helldivers, but with magic.
Yeah, I think that's The magic is scientific. It's very confusing. There is no actual magic, but it is so beyond human comprehension that it might as well be magic. But it is very clearly stated to not be magic. Very annoying. It often gets portrayed as magic too, which is itself frustrating. But anyway, so that's not the point. The point is, those chaos gods exist, right? And they're constantly trying to undermine us in many ways. They're not the only threat. There are the Tyranids, if I remember. I think that's the name of them in this universe. Yeah, Tyranids. And they are essentially bugs. Actually, no, sorry. Let me finish the chaos god explanation. They exist in the warp. The warp is a separate... Basically, it's the shadow of the universe as a omnipresent existence that has evolved over time, but doesn't really have to follow the rules of time, strictly. In some ways it does, in some ways it doesn't. It's weird. It's kind of just arbitrary. So, the warp is... Do you know about the noosphere? Have I ever explained that to you? What that theory is, that idea?
Was that when you were talking about Stalker?
Yes.
Okay, then I think I'm familiar.
Okay, so the idea is the emotions experienced in the noosphere is based on Earth, but this would be across the entire universe. The emotions, the experiences, the feelings of living creatures directly influence the warp. So when there is hundreds of millions upon billions upon trillions of people all experiencing horrific pain and agony, or something along those lines, you create a chaos god.
Oh, okay.
Not strictly a chaos god, but a god in the warp, an entity that is the amalgamation of those feelings. This is presumably how all of them were created. However, the most recent one to be created was created by the Dark Elves, or the Dark Eldar, depending on... Yeah, are there Dark Elves in fantasy? I'm not even sure. I know they have Slaanesh, but I don't... Oh, no, there is. Sorry. I blanked on them for a second. Dark Elves or Dark Eldar, depending on which universe you're in, it's the same shit. They went to such excess in enjoying themselves so carnally that they actually birthed Slaanesh and added a new player to the great game. Although, again, because it's all timey-wimey BS, it's hard to say if that was really a new player or if it was just a different initialization date and doesn't matter after it's been created. I don't know. I'm not even sure if that's covered, really, in any of the lore. It might be, but I'm not sure. But yeah, things like that influence the warp.
I trusted others.
And so, worshipping one of the gods, getting several thousand people to worship, say, Nurgle, like in our case here, can result in Nurgle actually getting directly involved and reaching out from across the warp through like small fissures and things, little events that allow him to reach in and do something physical, say by invitation. Again, it's not magical, but it sounds magical.
We walk a dangerous path. Some of us will not see
that can, then begin to let them interact with the real world. So all of that's very important, first of all, for how all this stuff is happening around us, but also to explain the next part about the Imperium. So the Imperium is humanity, and for the longest time, humanity proceeded according to our normal history that we, can read about IRL. However, at some point, it departs, and for a time, we are a largely atheistic, highly technologically advanced species that doesn't really have any issues with chaos. There's no Tyranids, at least that we're aware of yet. We haven't encountered, I don't think at that point we had encountered the orcs, although if we did, it probably wasn't a problem. We had general AI, like generalized artificial intelligence that was genuinely like leagues more intelligent than us. That helped us. We colonized the galaxy. Went out to very distant worlds. All without what would now be considered warp travel. We basically didn't touch the warp. We had nothing to do with it. It was not, the Chaos Gods were really just not that powerful. It was not that big of a deal. I'm sure it came up. That or maybe I'm misremembering. There's too much information to remember it all off the top of my head. Basically, if they did travel through the warp, they had a way to do it safely. I can't remember which way it was, like which way around it is. But at some point, somewhere along the line, something went wrong with the general artificial intelligence. And there was a war between all of humanity and the men of gold and the men of iron, as they were called. I'm not sure. I don't think it's clear which are which exactly, but it is presumed that the men of gold and iron were robots of some kind, artificial intelligence. Whether they had a body or if they were, in charge of massive installations. A lot of them, like we used a lot of AI to pilot ships, things like that, like massive ships, because it was just like not feasible for one person to do it. At least not without tons and tons of help. So it was just easier to have an AI do it, right? And like they did a really good job up until this war happened. Not all of the artificial intelligence betrayed humanity either. It was just enough of them. It is theorized that Chaos actually got involved with them. Maybe they were researching the warp or something, but it's not like really explained. As far as I'm aware. But regardless, something really awful happens, and it sets humanity basically back to the Stone Ages. Like, we almost lost this war. We were almost replaced by machines entirely. But we win the war, however, Earth itself, along with many of the planets, was completely sundered, essentially. Reduced to ashes, more or less, It's basically the apocalypse. And things, get really bad. Really, really bad. And at this point, the man who is now known as the Emperor of Mankind comes out of hiding. He had been alive for tens of thousands of years. He was according to legend anyway, the product of many ancient shamans and other individuals who were psychically, or psionically, I think it's psionic.
Please try to be quiet.
It's spelled with P. It's PSY.
The Lex Breakers find us easily enough as it is.
So they were psychers, let's say. They were in tune with the warp, in tune with nature, as it were. Although the warp at that time was relatively calm. Some things had happened in the past, like the war in heaven, but those had died down, things settled, because it had been so long. And so the warp was steady, reasonably safe. The few psychers that existed in humanity weren't at any real risk of demonic possession or anything along those lines. The universe was, and the warp by connection, I suppose, was relatively quiet, relatively calm. And so they were able to have this connection without the risks that would come up later, now in 40K. So they did, and they sacrificed, I think it was like 10 of them or 12 of them, goes the story, but they sacrificed their lives to create one super being, essentially.
You can teach me something.
The current theory is that this is just made up, it's just legend, it's just, something convenient for a tale, if you will. That sounds good, but isn't true. But anyway, the story goes, they sacrificed themselves to create the Emperor, an immortal, extremely powerful entity linked very tightly with the warp.
Forgive my curiosity.
but ultimately still human. But, you know, that's an important detail.
A veil of ignorance does not suit you.
And so, you know, he grew up realizing, like, what he was, how powerful he was.
So much for polite, respectful authority.
And humanity was largely on the right path. It had its troubles, its difficulties, its challenges, but ultimately, it landed on the correct path. General artificial intelligence, you know, going out among the stars, valuing science and, you know, progress above petty rivalries and disagreements.
We cannot go back
At the end of the day, you know, again, not perfect, but got there eventually. And so the Emperor never intervened. He didn't want to stop us from doing what we were doing. His biggest fear always being that if he revealed himself, he would be treated as a religious icon, a figure. You know, someone to be worshipped, to be looked up to, in a religious sense, because he always saw religion as the antithesis of progress. You know, it would be the one thing to hold humanity back. So obviously he didn't want that. And not until the war with the Men of Iron, Men of Gold, had finished and humanity survived did he reveal himself on the now shattered Earth. I believe during this time he was also working on many like, scientific projects of his own. And yeah. What'd you say?
Big shot.
Yeah, no, he is a big shot. I don't know if he actually has like a canonical name other than the Emperor of Mankind. I don't think he ever got one. I mean, surely he had one. If he does, I'm not aware of it. Like, if we were ever clued in. But at this point, he's like, well, it's cooked. It's cooked, boys. Like, this is bad. So he set out to create a host of warriors, if you will, who could take control of the situation. Things was very bad on Earth. Like, roving war bands, the world was going to fall apart sooner or later if he didn't do anything. Hold on, I'm doing a thing. I'll continue in a moment. Okay, good. So he realized he had to conquer by force Earth, reunify it, and then bring together all of the different colonies again, reunite them. Because the war with the Men of Iron was a major problem, you see, because the warp had been calm for a long time. Even, you know, there were, of course, wars on Earth and whatnot, but one planet is nothing compared to the whole universe, right? It's tiny. It's a footnote by comparison. But that war, that was the entire galaxy. It spanned everything, everywhere, all at once, and there was just mass violence, pain, suffering, in some cases indulgence, you know, for people taking advantage of the situation. Everything was just ramped up to 100 out of 10. It was severe, and it brought a lot of the Chaos Gods from kind of just sitting around, chilling, watching. They didn't have a lot of power or a lot of influence. They were kind of weakened by the fact that the dominant species in the galaxy was largely atheistic and didn't live to insane excesses, didn't really involve themselves in excess violence. They didn't revel in battle. If they did have to fight something, it was very business, you know, very, very emotionless in that sense. Yeah, they were probably mostly happy, but not, again, not too crazy excesses, but just, you know, things were good. People lived content lives. Now everything was all over the goddamn place. And that brought everything back out to where it had been roughly during the War in Heaven, which is a totally different topic that I'm not even going to try to cover right now. It's a whole thing. It involves totally different races, no humans. It's totally different.
We can use that.
So all of that's going on, and the Emperor has created a new race of human, essentially, a genetically modified human, in his little mountain bunker. It's an army of several hundred. I think they're called the Thunder Warriors, if I remember right. Yeah, Thunder Warriors. And they are significantly stronger, better, more equipped, etc., than any other human faction by leaps. It's not even fair. It's disgusting to watch them fight a human of any kind, because they just demolish the shit out of them. It's like bloodbath every time they show up and they're ready for a fight. It's pure violence and carnage. Yeah, well, that's later, Ben. We're not there yet. So the Emperor takes his Thunder Warriors, reconquers Earth, establishes himself, and begins his work on the Space Marines, is what they'll be called later, the Astartes. These will be, in the future, his replacement for the Thunder Warriors. Well, he finishes his Space Marines, and the first orders they receive is to execute the Thunder Warriors, because the Thunder Warriors are, as mentioned, wildly unstable. I don't know if they just decay and die. I don't know if that's quite it. But the Astartes also, if I'm not mistaken, are taken from the genetic... They're built on the genetics of the Primarchs, which were also created around that time. The Primarchs are... I think there were 13 of them, or something like that. I think it was 13. They are... This is all theory. Presumed to be 22, thank you. They are presumed to be warp entities stuffed into cloned bodies with, again, heavily augmented genetics to make them into super soldiers, and then some, all customized to match the warp entity placed inside the body. Now, it is also assumed that all of these warp entities are, especially compared to the four major Chaos Gods, like pretty cool, you know, like they're okay. Like one of them is all about justice, right? Like that's their thing, is justice. Another one is honor and things like that. Yeah, demigods and demon princes from birth, just without the warp connection for the most part. Yeah. And the ones that do have it are, you know, again, he was careful to pick warp entities that would, you know, be on humanity's side for the most part. But while he was making the Primarchs, all of them, I think except for one, that was Gilliman, were stolen from them, if I remember correctly. Was it Gilliman? Or was it that didn't get yoinked? Or was it all of them? All of them? Okay. No, okay. Sorry, there's too much information. So all the Primarchs were taken, but he did have their genetics, and he was able to still create the Space Marines from them. The Astartes. I call them Space Marines because that's what you probably know them as. So he creates these warriors, these Space Marines, these Astartes. Has them execute the Thunder Warriors, and then
Ammo, a soldier's best friend. Soldier, found you some ammo.
Sets out to conquer the stars, to take back the galaxy. Except now, warp travel is significantly more dangerous than it ever was before. You know, the old protections, Geller fields and whatnot, still definitely help, but now they need psychers to pilot the ships and everything, or to plot a course through the warp, and to protect them to a certain extent. Guide them safely, as it were. But on top of just taking back what humanity had lost, their task was also now to recover all the Primarchs, which became the #1 priority, because these, I think they called them chapters at the time. I don't think that changed. Were they legions? I forget if they had a different name. Anyway, the Space Marines didn't have their daddies. All their daddies were stolen from them, and this made them very upset. Because they were, in many ways, directly psychically linked to their Primarch in a way. Like it's basically like a paternal link that goes beyond just, like, learning. Like, they know. Even if they never knew about Primarchs, they just knew that something was missing. It was very fundamental to their design. That they are loyal to the Primarch, their Primarch, and the Emperor. That is built into them. So, having their Primarch stolen is not good for any of them. Some of them have had, like, really bad results due to it. World Eaters were the exception. Well, I think that's because of what Angron became, right? Not because they just hated the Primarch, it's because Angron's a piece of shit. Well, he was turned into a piece of shit. He wasn't inherently a piece of shit, but oh boy, did he become one. That's the one with the nails in his head, right?
Nailhead.
It was like, I think he was meant to, like, be a gladiator, so they put nails in their gladiators' heads on that planet where he was yoinked to. And they basically lobotomized them. Yeah, he was the worst. No one remembers him because he's not noteworthy, really. I mean, he's noteworthy for being awful, but, like, that's not... Compared to Sanguinius or something, it's nothing. Or Robert Gilliman. Gilliman is probably the most notable one right now. You know, he's alive. Alive and present in the story. But yeah, anyway, the point being, the Legions wanted their daddies back, so that was a big motivator for them to get out there and work on it. So they go out, they conquer the galaxy. The Emperor was cruel in that if you did not immediately surrender, or at least, you know, have a conversation, because, you know, they would play the politics game of show up, have a conversation, not always with the Emperor, but, like, the Legion would show up and, you know, maybe a Primarch or something. Someone would have a diplomatic discussion like, hey, you know, we're the Empire. We represent humankind now. Your world is joining us? Period. Like, there's no arguing with that. You are joining. Would you like to join willingly? Or would you like to die? Would you like to die to try to not join? Which sounds cool, and it is, but it is necessary when you, again, realize the whole chaos thing is going on in the background, where the Chaos Gods are waking up, they're getting out of bed, they're putting on their pants, right? They're getting ready for work. And the Emperor knows this, and hence the urgency, especially after the Primarchs were yoinked from him, that turned up the urgency to 11. Oh shit, we gotta move now. Yeah, Slaanesh was taking off their pants, very different. Slaanesh is different, in general. So, you know, things are bad, like they're gonna get bad real soon. And the Emperor knows, so he's trying to rush. He's trying to get things done ASAP. Like, okay, cool. So, like, how are we gonna do that is the obvious question, and the answer is, we need everyone to be together. And his gospel, essentially, as a leader, was, hey, you guys remember how you used to, like, not be religious? Yeah, we're gonna go back to doing that. We're gonna do the whole completely atheistic thing. Like, we're all about science and progress here. That's what we're doing, okay? No religion. Don't worship me. Don't worship the Space Marines. Like, they're just modified. Like, they're you put in a tube and then distilled down, modified a little bit. Like, that's it, man. That's all they are. Don't stress it. Okay? I mean, they'll kick your ass. Don't get me wrong. Like, they will murder you. But they're not angels. They're not a god. They're just, I made them. Okay? Cool. Great. We're all in agreement. We're not going to worship me or them. Some of the Space Marines disagreed with that, especially one of the Primarchs, but that's another story. Anyway, so all that goes on, and yet the Emperor was a literal god. Yeah, well, he was very psychically powerful. More like a demigod at the time, similar to the Primarchs, but just on a higher level than them, but not on the level of, like, the Chaos Gods. So, all that to say, that's kind of the roster. That's kind of the setup, right, for the rest of the plot. There's a lot of stuff happens, He was at least a minor warp deity before he died, for sure. A lot of stuff happens, though. A lot of the Primarchs, about half of them, turn on the Emperor, turn on humanity, join Chaos. There's a really great story in there that I'm not going to spoiler for you, other than to say that, like, they did a 50-50 split, but that's kind of known. Like, that's one of the first things you'll hear about. I'm not going to tell you how, but eventually, the Emperor ends up mortally wounded and sitting on what is literally called the Golden Throne. He is, in almost every way, dead. He is a pile of bones, essentially, at this point, sitting on that throne, but he technically is alive. He's yet to die, fully. I think they what, sacrifice 1,000 psychers to him every single day to keep him alive. Is the Omega toilet, which all other bathrooms look upon with naked envy and despair, basically. So what the Golden Throne does is it does two things, two very important things. It holds closed a portal to Earth that Chaos could use to walk in and conquer Earth tomorrow, or Terra, as it's called in lore. That's being held closed, and on top of that, he is powering the Astronomicon, I believe it's called, which is essentially a very large lighthouse in the warp that all the Psychers piloting ships and whatnot use as a lighthouse to navigate in the warp and make sure they're not going in the wrong direction. It's not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. You do not want to look directly into it. Yeah. Yeah.
You mind if I wrap up here? I'm getting tired.
Sure. You can do that. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I needed to add on to that. Okay, yeah, so that Emperor is the God Emperor that everyone talks about. He's also the False Emperor, if you hear the enemy talking about him. He's the False Emperor that they refer to. Or the False God. Which is the big irony of the whole series, I guess, universe. Is that the Emperor never wanted to be a god, but now he is worshipped as a god, and it's the only thing keeping him alive. And it's actually granting him power. He's becoming a warp entity, like a powerful warp god, because people worship him so much, or something like him is anyway. Who knows? Lorgar. I'm not familiar with Lorgar off top head, so I don't know. Anyway, there's your primer on 40k lore. It only took like an hour.
There's a lot.
And that's just the opening.
Yeah.
Word bearers Primarch? Oh, okay, yeah.
Are you planning on streaming anymore? Tay, are you wrapping up as well?
I'll wrap up as well. It's about my time. I will say...
Frisky just raided.
Oh, that's hilarious. Hi, Frisky.
Fun. Hi, Frisky. I'm about to wrap up stream. That's
yeah.
Funny. Welcome, Raiders. How was your stream, Frisky? What'd you guys do?
Yeah, what were you up to, buddy? Minecraft.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Frisky's gonna be a Minecraft streamer now.
Aw, thank you for the 10 months, Frisky. Oh, hi, Frisky.
Hi.
Okay, I'm not gonna be a Minecraft streamer.
Oh, okay,
What
good.
happened?
Sorry, I know, I saw you was about to, but I said fuck it, bro.
Okay, that's fine.
It was like...
Why are you gonna be a Minecraft streamer? What happened?
No, nothing, I just... bro, I'm so dead.
Yeah, you're dead. Ben did say you had the energy of a sedated cow or something. Tranquilized cow.
I was just building a house and hearing Soup. When to be honest, I low-key just forgot I just left his ass.
Wow, that's fucked up.
Bro, I'm so tired. But yeah, I knew you was about. I literally saw you was about to wrap up.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I have to. Yeah, because listen, I needed to say something to them, Soup.
You need some beans on tea.
Was there a lot of people in the call? That's usually why Frisky drops out.
No, it was just me and.
Oh, no, that's fucked up.
Damn. It's okay. Soup doesn't talk to me anymore, so I don't know. Maybe he's just not that cool.
I just talked to Soup on the fucking April Fools on the 1st.
Oh, that's crazy. I haven't heard from you in ages, Soup. It's like you died.
Well. No, I was dead. I was dead.
Mm.
And I was trying
to be dead.
I was just trying to keep my energy up, but.
Oh, I see.
But no, yeah, I had Ben speaking, and then Soup was replying, and I was just building a house, and I was just kind of dead. I was doing like what Dem would usually do when he plays Hitman.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I do when I usually play Hitman?
You get so fucking locked in.
Oh.
Yeah, you're just playing Hitman.
I mean, there wasn't much I could say in this stream.
I think the most
things. But
the most exciting bit. Oh yeah, so we played the Minecraft mod Cobblemon, so it was Pokemons.
Ah.
I don't know anything about Pokemons, but I named my dragon Netanyahu, so he would fly over every now and then. It was kind of sick.
You're not beating the support Israel allegations, Frisky, with this.
It was alright. Well, anyway.
Okay.
Brain flossing? I'm sorry, what?
What?
Huh?
Brain flossing?
What?
Huh? I don't know. Ben said I call it brain flossing. What?
No, that wasn't my main Pokemon. That was my one that I get around on because it was faster and it could jump quicker. It's the fastest Pokemon in the game.
You want to raid the same person, Tay?
Sure. Do you want to raid?
If you don't have anyone, I have a target.
Oh, ECT. Okay, yeah.
Who's the person, Frisky?
I don't know. I forget if you know them. Sunny.
Oh, the person that plays Overwatch?
Yeah.
So what is their username? Sunny.
Wake up, Sunny.
Wake up, Sunny. Sure. What are they playing right now? They're playing
More Overwatch.
There you go.
Do you want
Can I offer alternatives?
Yeah, you can offer alternatives. I was just listening to what Frisky had.
Okay. I have 2 alternatives. I'll let you pick from them.
Oh.
It really depends on what they're playing.
There's Akigo. She is making Easter eggs. And then there is Echo. He is playing Super Battle Golf. I don't know what that is, but it's Super Battle Golf.
That's the new friend slop game.
I see.
I think you should raid the person making Easter eggs.
Yeah, I think the Easter eggs, because usually when they raid into collab, it's too hectic.
Yeah. I can give you their name. 1 second.
Can you just put their name in chat?
You've actually asked for the hardest thing for me to do.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll do it anyway. Well, just for you.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I did see you was about to end, so I was like, okay, well then I guess.
Oh, is this the person you played Fortnite with?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aki's great. We love her.
All right, bye, Frisky.
See ya.
All right, I'm gonna start my raid.
Okay.
I'm gonna to everyone that's watching my stream. What's tomorrow? Sunday? I'm streaming Sunday. What am I doing Sunday? I forgot what I'm doing Sunday. Let me check my calendar.
Akigo. There's another Akidaki, who is different. So don't get it too confused.
Oh, I'm not doing anything tomorrow. I'm just editing. So tomorrow is probably editing and then the Hitman stream tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then for that.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'll be live, but I don't know what I'm doing. We'll figure it out.
I mean, you can join me. Tay. I'm just gonna be editing and talking.
Maybe we'll do that. Depends on when.
Maybe
as well. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Say hi, Aki.